Hi guys, and welcome back to Roll for Damage. Tonight we'll be taking this lovely group of nerds through my homebrewed version of the Rise of Tiamat campaign. We're kind of adjacent to the main story. They're seeing it from a bit of a different angle. Before we get into all the intros though, there are a few people I have to thank. Firstly, there is Hero Forge, our sponsors. Thank you very much for supporting us again for the second season. Hero Forge is an online customization tool where you can go and create your character mini however you want. There's so many races. There you go. I keep saying I'm gonna have them here.
Shannon, don't. You'll break another one.
in the break, I'm gonna go get a bunch. But you can change their clothes, their weapons, accessories, bases. Give them mounts, whether that's motorbikes or horses, or I think there's wolves. They have so many things there for you to do. So there's lots of races. You can change your facial expressions and body proportions to be what you want it to be. And then at the end of that, if you really like it and you play like a lot of us do nowadays on a virtual tabletop, you can pay a very small subscription fee to get access to screenshots and a token generator to be able to take what you've made and put it into your virtual tabletop, which hopefully you'll see some of tonight depending on these characters' choices. Next up, I want to thank Bree for the amazing art she always does. I'm not currently looking at the stream, but there will be some up. It's you're happy, you seem happy. Yes, she doesn't just do the character art though, she does all our overlays. The recent one she's done for Academy of Xander is so nice. That is a game that we run on Thursday nights if you are in Australia, or Thursday mornings if you're in the rest of the world, more or less. So, yes, just a whole other world is on the other side. Now, if Eastern States time will be 8 a.m. for you. But yes, very, very, very good. She helps us a lot here. Right, and the last people to thank, while they're not sponsors, Sirenscape, great online player. We use a lot of music for the stream through them. We have a panel below. You can check both Hero Forge and Sirenscape out. So go have a look. Right, we're gonna do a real quick left to right on my Zoom call of intros, and then I'm going to get someone to do our recap. So starting with Relia.
Hi, my name is Shelby, or Wystle. I'm from the channel Wystle While You Work. It's a channel where I tell stories from my D&D experience and draw whatever fun fantasy stuff comes to mind. And I'm playing Miss Relia Silverfond. I'm also one of the organizers behind Bars for Bards, and I'll tell you more about that a little later.
Okay. Next up, we have Saros.
Hello, I'm Saros, being played by AgentNumberOne, and I'm a Twitch streamer who streams on Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays. I'm also part of the Wonders and Blunders crew, which is a 5th edition D&D actual play comedy horror podcast. Mike's going to do a better job of explaining that than I am. I'm here all the time. Thanks for joining us.
And then Auric.
Hi everybody, I am Sean. I play Auric Solaris, the Time Wizard, and I am the DM over at Paradise RPG. I'm Mr. Paradise himself, and I do run some other streams there where Shannon participates sometimes. But just kidding, Shannon's there all the time. But we have a lot of fun over there, so go check us out, and I'm excited to keep playing.
Okay, and then Sloane.
That's me. Hi, everybody. I'm Shannon, Ms. Paradise herself. I don't know. I'm also from Paradise RPG. I am our community manager as well as our party rogue on Monday nights. We have our next one shot in Paradise happening next Saturday, the 17th. We're going to be playing Disaster Hamsters, the new adventure from Plot Hooks. Very excited for that. That should be a lot of fun. That's at 4 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, that's me. I'm playing Sloane, who's dead inside at the moment. So hence this look tonight. So thanks a lot, Nova.
Looks awesome.
Thanks.
And then we have Leaf, or as he's been known last time, Alwhain Hellhand.
Alwhain Hellhand. He's a cowboy kitty. Don't touch his tummy. He will shoot you with a gun. I'm also Mike Farty. I'm the DM over at Wonders and Blunders. As Kieran said, we're a 5th edition horror comedy D&D podcast, and we're just about to finish up our first season. We have already recorded all of the episodes. They are coming out now. They are the most tightly edited, and Kieran does the music and the sound effects for it, and the editing that's been happening has been really, really great. So now's a great time to jump in. Go check us out at Wonder and Blunder on social media.
Alrighty. Hi, I'm Nova or Nova1. I run roll for damage with a bunch of my friends. We have, Josh the Pirate's our tech tonight, AJ, who's another DM, Bree, who's our artist, and then Josh is also a DM that's coming up. He's going to be doing the Humblewood campaign pretty soon. So we're looking forward to that starting in early May. But yeah, enough about all of us. Let's get to the recap. So, we're going to break this into 2 parts because we had very much, really, last session was about 2 particular characters. Started off with Sloane having a bad day. Take it away, Sloane.
Yeah, that's one thing you could say about it. It's pretty bad morning. So she woke up really beat up from her training sessions with Pierre, as I'm told his name is. And she was heading down to breakfast, and I kid you not, it says in my notes right here, a ton of shit happens. That's what I wrote. And then I have lots of bullets underneath. So first thing that happened was that Shadow Barrington separated from my form and entered the gym as I passed it. Sloane decided to follow it. It was a bad idea. Shouldn't have done that. So as she gets in there, she feels extremely drained and weak. And mechanically speaking, her constitution, dexterity, and strength were halved. So that was a lot. Then she's looking around, and the shadow forms itself into a simulacrum of her. And I wrote they fight, but it really, Sloane didn't really do a whole lot because she's kind of beat up. So she kind of took it, and her shadow self beat her up. At one point it called her, I think I have this right, the Queen of the Red. Is that what it said, Nova?
Yep.
Yeah, I freaking loved that name. So I will answer to that now. So after it calls her that, it's calling her weak and pathetic and all of these, and it slams her into the mirrors, and then rips her fucking heart out. So, and then crushes it in front of her. So she dies for a second, but then she hears this voice inside her head that says, "Rise, Revenant, accept the rage and fulfill the promises you made." So she's not undead, but she's not alive. She's kind of in this state. It's not great. So she also cannot access her fighter level. She's got no emotions. She looks really gaunt and weak, and she's just kind of a shell of a human being at this point. So, and that all happened because I think she took too long on her promise. But who knows? We'll have to see.
Okay.
And that's what happened. That's what happened to my baby.
So, from there, we kind of moved over to Leaf.
So yeah, I guess Saros and Auric found out, or had a theory that maybe Sloane needed her sword axe back. So Leaf, instead of thinking, broke out of the house they were supposed to be locked in, ran across the city, stole a guy's boat, got the axe back, paddled back, exhausted, got arrested, gave them the axe, and then got thrown in his room, and they locked the door, only to let him out later to go see a devil book that he had been promised to be allowed to see. He went with his new devil arm into a vault that was real set up to protect this book against devil stuff, including Leaf. He started burning when he walked inside, which I think is pretty on brand for Leaf walking into any sort of holy site. He shrugged off some angels who were trying to get him to not go in there, I think, and opened the book, started reading it. It started to suck him inside, and he grabbed that stripper pole to hell, baby, and went for it. Dove full force into the book and started falling out of the sky into hell, where he met, apparently, an old buddy of his. What's his name?
The Archdevil Dispater.
Dispater, right. I kept thinking Demeter. I was like, no, you're playing too much Hades. Dispater, who told him a lot of stuff about what he used to do. Apparently, he was quite prominent in the Blood War. He had apparently wielded quite a bit of power as Alhwain Hellhand, which was a name that Leaf may or may not have actually remembered having. He was told that he was given 3 questions, and he asked sort of like where were the dragons coming from? He got told that these dragons were coming back, that they were going to form Tiamat, which is bad. I definitely have that written down, but that there was something even worse coming in the form of these horsemen, that one horseman had already arrived, and that war, the second horseman, was coming, and that each one that came would start bolstering the others. So each one that came, they would get stronger and stronger, and also bad. Leaf also asked them how to stop madness and save Saros from that trial. Didn't get an answer to that, but did find out that he could drive his hand into the chest of pain and steal a crystal from within him and give it to Dispater. Clearly a good idea, which he's going to do. He also asked about giving Auric more power, to potentially like move time around. And that involved more service than Leaf was willing to give up at the moment. But apparently he's allowed to visit this book 2 more times, so might change his mind on that later. And then Dispater sort of said, you'll serve me again, buddy, and took off to go do devilly things. A dog almost ate Leaf, and then he yeeted himself back to the material plane with his new, like, cool smoke and fly wings.
Yeah. One point just to let you know about is War is the first horseman.
Oh, War is the first horseman.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so there's another one coming.
Yeah. You'd assume 4. Well,
yeah.
3 more.
Oh, but was he the Red Rider?
Yes.
The Red Rider is War, okay.
Yep. Yes, I did just receive a sending spell, and I was shocked, for that was meant to be muted. Professional.
Don't you just hate it when your sendings go off in the middle of your games?
Yeah. So, that is where we left off. You kind of arrived back, I believe, and how did you find your friend Vaughn when you came back?
Oh, he was very afraid. He was very afraid and backed into a corner. Leaf also was, he put on a pretty brave face to Dispater, but upon coming back out, the sort of lies of his coolness in that situation drifted away, and he also collapsed into a weeping heap, and just kind of pieced out, told Vaughn he'd be back for more book viewings another time, and went back and found everyone else.
More or less, the only person in the entire, like, Manor's very large area that isn't a weeping heap is Sloane, and that's because she hasn't got access to the emotions that would make her a weeping heap. However, in saying that, she still had that sort of, like, domination effect of being forced into, showing signs of respect, kneeling in the direction of the portal.
So remind me, does Leaf look any different besides, him being not okay? Or did all that weird shit
Didn't follow.
Did all that weird shit that happened when he was there revert?
It reverted.
Yeah, I didn't. She just gives you both a really concerned look, and then looks back at Auric and Sloane, and then kind of steps aside so you guys can come in.
Are they okay?
I think it's okay as they can be. After that.
Leaf kind of walking into the room. Sorry about that, everyone. I feel like that may have been unpleasant for you. May have also been my fault.
Are you okay? Did you get help?
Yeah. I'm just peachy.
You don't look it. Come on,
Well,
sit down. You don't look okay. And she'll go grab a chair for him.
Yeah,
One
and
thing
he
I'll note is that on your way back from the vault room, the tall plate armored guards that you've had, they are still standing. They are still. They might look like they're a little bit more leaning on the walls than they were, but they were far less affected than everyone else.
And are they in the room here with us now, or were they just outside?
No, they're just still at the bottom of the stairs guarding the wing.
We can't see their faces or anything, can we?
Nope.
Yeah.
Really is pulling a second chair out for Saros. You don't even look like you should be standing up right now, so please sit.
Thank you. And yeah, I'd take the chair.
I have a quick question. Has anyone done anything else to his wounds, or are they still have a stitch just hanging there?
Pretty much. They've been yeah. They're not great.
May I finish what they started here? I won't apply any magic, but just to keep the wounds from getting infected.
It's a little complicated. Perhaps the longer it takes me to heal, this may be better for everyone. Certainly my own health, in a strange turn of fate.
All right.
If it heals too fast, the countdown with pain begins.
Just please be careful. Infections like that can kill very quickly.
Oh, I'm harder to take down than this. I think. I hope.
Maybe when you're at full strength.
So, we've got a lot of problems. The ones we knew about and a couple that we didn't previously know about.
What's going on? I think I'm a bit in the dark here. I haven't really got much of an explanation on anything.
No, well, maybe you should also sit down.
And
Maybe everyone should. The dragon is alive.
What?
It is being put to service to the blood war, serving for the devils, killing demons. One of the better things I would say that it could.
Suppose.
Yeah, it definitely could be worse. But I think there is going to be more. I believe, from what I have learned, that Tiamat might be making her way onto the plane again. Or trying to reassemble again, at least.
How is that cult still around? I thought the four of you took care of it.
Not all of it. I mean, we know at least there is some runesmith out there who did what happened to Nia, who was working with the cult, clearly extremely powerful, so I don't know if they've shown their full hand yet.
I mean, the other heads have not even been sighted. Only in that vision of hell did we catch a glimpse of what may have been the red one.
But we
No,
did
but
have
have I heard
that
about the
experience. Do you remember?
Just one
Back
sec.
in the
Did
town.
you ask a question, Aurelia?
I spoke over Sean, so I'll let him finish.
Okay.
I was just
Continue,
wondering
Sean.
if I'd heard of the dragon, the other one.
So, Sean, you were very quiet, so I didn't catch the start.
Oh, sorry. Well, we had that one experience back in the tavern with Nia. The white dragon, I believe.
Have I heard of this white dragon? Nova. Did this reach the Crystal Forest?
A lot of people have heard of the white dragon, especially those that live longer, because it made a very, very large mess of a city called Kazakh which was like the largest dwarven hold, and they believe that it was buried under it. And there was a mishap some 600 years ago, and it clawed its way out from beneath the mountain and collapsed the mountain. Its natural size is it sat on top of the mountain range, looked down around itself, but it's been seen in different sizes, so it's assumed it can shapeshift.
Has it been seen in a long time? Like since blowing up the mountain?
About 30 years after, a fleet of ships was traveling out from Etredale to start moving people out of the Pirate Isles, which is to the north, where now Duskfall sits. It's a very unruly area. There's lots of very small islands that are ruled over by pirate kings. There was a series of sea serpents and linorms that had been plaguing the fleet, and a massive white shape crashed out of the sky into the sea, took 2 sea serpents and just flew away with them, which is a very, very known thing in Etredale. It is a known story of this creature. So anyone anyone trained in history at all knows this, and anyone that rolls I would say just if you want to roll like a DC 10 check, you would have heard that story, because it's very well known. Even if you don't equate it to the white head, you can now start piecing things together.
Really doesn't know that story. So,
As I said, it hasn't been seen in years.
so you're
But yeah,
telling me that
from then, not much.
you had an encounter with the other one as well.
More of a vision.
Just for clarity, what area of the wing are we in? Are we in the lounge or are we in the kitchen area?
Right now, you are in your rooms, I believe.
Are we?
Yep.
Okay.
Because you were all in there when Sloane was hurt,
right.
and you would have been staying in there, and then Leave had to leave.
That's right. What was this vision?
Well, if I recall correctly, we all felt a rushing wind, heard the thunderous roars of the dragon. It was while young Nia was attempting to divine something. It was very quick.
Make a history check, Aurelia. Please.
Flew overhead, if I recall, and crashed lightning through onto the table.
Yes,
It was the night we all
18.
first met.
the night you decided not to rob us. Leaf.
Yes. A terrible mistake that was.
Yeah, every day that's going to haunt me now.
Yes.
15 Nova.
Yeah, so not enough. It's fine. Keep going.
So, what else
That
did you
gives
find?
us. I mean, that gives us what? Red, green, white.
Black.
So, black and blue, right? That's what we got to look forward to.
I suspect if any of them can be slain, they would slow her down. If red and green are both within the possession of the devils, then I mean, I can't
What if they're
imagine
using-
Tiamat can single-handedly fight against the Brood War if she's not at her full strength.
What if they're using Tiamat to fight in wherever the hell she is? If they're using her to fight, what are the odds of her getting out? I don't claim to know much about the lower planes. I don't really know how they deal in things.
I mean, they've got quite a bit of obviously power at their fingertips. I don't know if they have chaining and controlling Tiamat were she to form. I don't know if they could put a rein on that. I suppose that might remain to be seen. Maybe it's better if it's their problem.
What about
But even
this?
if that happens, even if Tiamat becomes not our problem, we have another one, and that is the Horsemen.
Horseman? What do
I'm
you
sure
mean?
in one story or another, everyone's heard of the Horsemen in some kind of way.
Are you talking
We
about
have one.
4 horsemen?
Yeah, those ones. We've got one already here and apparently more on the way.
Which one is here?
The Red Rider.
Would the Horsemen really be much more of a threat than Tiamat? I mean, she alone would enslave and destroy the world herself.
Yeah, well, the impression I was given was that what Tiamat might, raise and take for herself, they don't want that. They want nothingness. They want an end to all of it. Just a quiet little paradise in oblivion.
Entropy. Well, we did, if I recall long ago, discuss prophecies around Tiamat or the writings. There are a lot who are invested in her return. I recall we read that text all together. It was abyssal or infernal. Blood from the sister could raise the sleeper, shining brighter than all others. The void comes for the prime, shards born of shards, trapped in cages of law. The dark is hungry and unopposed. The 5 heads of the tyrant queen combine to rage against that dying of the light. Tiamat must rise. We were perplexed last we discussed it because it sounds as though Tiamat is opposed to this.
Where did you read
Nothingness.
this from? Where did you
did
get
read
this
this from?
prophecy?
Journal of a Madman.
Oh, that's right, Aaron's journal. You're muted.
Maybe. Am I
You're
muted?
good now.
Or am I just
You're good
not?
now.
You're good now. You're good now.
Just to quickly throw something out there, just so you're not confused, a lot of you actually had your own little snippets of that, and you've combined it together to get to that. Just so you're not throwing everything under the Journal of a Madman. There was a lot in there, but some of it
You're
is
right.
very-
You're right.
Leave a dead man alone, guys. But
I just
And
wanted to
on
kick
top-
him while he's down.
he's down all right. On top of that, it seems you also have the situation with Cyrus. This pain. Who is this? Like I said, I really have been left in the dark here, and I'm not even sure how many days it's been since I last saw you.
So we've got 4 horsemen, 5 bastards. 6 heads of Tiamat, is it?
It's 5-2. I don't want to hear. I don't want to meet
5-2.
the 6. We don't need the 6 thing. The
Imagine.
numbers that we've got.
Now, I have a question, player question. Tiamat herself, is she, I'm not super familiar other than she is a multi-headed dragon, but is there one head that is hers? Is there like a Tiamat dragon that just Voltrons all the other heads on? Like a bunch of
Nope.
plungers on the body? Or does she only form when all of them Voltron together?
So we don't go too far into theories and stuff. Tiamat is a 5-headed dragon, but being a god, the way I choose to believe it is that there's not 5 distinct personalities that fight against each other. There's no like like a Hydra sometimes would maybe have like issues between heads as they'll think different things. As a god, I kind of think that her essence is diffused through the entire thing. She might appear as a 5-headed dragon, but it's a single consciousness and will that drives the entirety.
Okay.
It's 5. What have you been able to figure out about them? They clearly have a part in all of this. And it seems like that's the most pressing issue, considering apparently as soon as you're, I guess, deemed healthy enough by them, they're going to do God knows what.
I don't know if they have a part to play in it other than they are probably going to kill us before we have a part to play in anything else. Madness is coming. I don't know what to do about that, but I've got a bit of insight on pain. I think if we do end up fighting pain, if you get me within striking distance, I might be able to end that.
Yes, sir.
I would love to know how you can achieve what my own goddess cannot.
Well, you and her aren't going to be happy, but...
I rarely am.
Yeah. I don't fully know what exactly is going to happen, but I've been assured that there is something within him that I can pull out. And I don't know if that'll outright destroy him or just weaken it or what it's going to do, what that's going to look like, what it's going to do to me. But I think I can stop pain.
Well, we know we can puncture a hole in him. We've proven that much already.
So, what happened that night? After I was taken away, my sense of time is a bit skewed. They are using some very unsavory magic here, the Atrodelians.
Isn't that the truth? In a nutshell, this creature, Pain, broke into our heavily guarded, air quotes, lockdown jail, ripped itself through a steel window, carved me up like the Christmas dinner you see, and then promptly exited. When they attempted to heal me here at Vaughn's Manor, he returned and dealt with the healers to ensure that this took its time.
When they took me away, I'm convinced that they didn't give you the level of security that they promised. When they took me away, after they questioned me, they placed me under... the best way I can explain it is a room where time moved different. What should have felt like a few hours felt like days. No magic could exist in the space. Looking out the small window, I just saw as if people were moving in fast motion.
Well, this sounds like your handiwork.
Curious. An isolated anomaly of chrono-manipulation. Is it just how large was the room?
It's large, just a room that you're interrogated in. It was just, I guess, a normal-sized room. It wasn't anything that seemed special. Just, he did something. The man who was talking to me did something, and the next thing I know, you can't see him. My magic was gone, and days passed. I think 8 or 9 days passed in that space.
What else
Only
can you
a
tell us
few
about this man?
What?
What else can you tell us about this man?
He looked like a Tredalian soldier.
And a rank, a name,
What
stripes,
rank would you
medals?
say? What did he look high ranking, or did he just look like an officer?
He was just a officer, just an officer that was escorting you down.
Just an officer. He didn't seem to be of any particularly high rank. Clearly with some authority, but I didn't think I was speaking to the commander of their entire army.
I mean, the magic suppression is not something unusual. Not with the, what the dwarves have insisted on up in Duskfall.
I have a feeling the specific magic may have been designed for, or at least now is being used for, the prisoners of war from the Crystal Forests.
It is tremendous power.
It's
It would
terrifying.
require such focus, that much maintenance of a anomaly of that sort. It's hard enough for me to isolate it and control it. And this man was the nexus of this. He cast the spell.
Make an Arcana check, Sean. Just while you're kind of thinking about this particular problem.
For the record, Nova, was it more like he cast the spell, or was it like he flipped a switch?
Well, like you flip the switch.
25.
It was less like he cast something and more like he just turned it on.
So, Auric, you have heard of things similar to this before, but it's a complete stoppage for a very short amount of time as opposed to a slowing down over a long period of time. Like fairly ancient text, because there's no one around that can really control spells of that level, at least very few people. A spell called Time Stop, which only master mages were ever able to cast successfully, and there have been stories of people messing with it before and becoming frozen in time forever, or messing up their personal timeline and flashing forward, just turning to dust, because instead of stopping time, they have multiplied their own personal timeline out to infinity.
Manipulations of time in this manner is extraordinarily dangerous, only doable by extraordinary mages. To have it isolated into some designed, constructed chamber is a tremendous feat. It's dangerous, it can backfire, it is... Texts show mages disappearing or turning to dust, mess with strings of time. It is...
Something tells me that for the likes of me, they don't really care if that should happen. I was given two choices.
I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about the mage themselves. Tremendously dangerous.
Like I said, it didn't look like he casted anything. It just looked like he turned it on and off like a switch.
You said an hour passed about a week?
What I was put into that room, questioned immediately after you got attacked. And when they were done, they left me there till I'm assuming this didn't happen 9 days ago. I'm assuming this happened. How long ago were you attacked? When did all of this happen? How many days?
Been a day, I think. Or
Hardly
couple.
one.
So what should have been a few hours felt like 9 days.
Well, the spell that they most likely utilized was a time stop spell, so there was no time. You were frozen. You weren't experiencing time like everyone around you.
No, and I mentioned that when I came back, I didn't have my magic. Shamanistic magic is very different from the arcane. We are not as deeply entwined. We cannot call upon it at will. We must be given permission. I am constantly in the presence of a guide of sorts. And my guide was vanished in this field. When they placed me in it, I was left with no magic, just to let this time pass. It almost seemed like almost a form of torture, rather than...
If this room
I don't know.
can suppress magic and manipulate the flow of time, a week of survival from madness may be a little more reasonable.
The problem, I think, with that is you would spend a week in it,
Yes.
but madness would only spend a few hours, unless he was inside of it.
Precisely.
And I think that I didn't try to leave the room when they placed me in it. They made it very clear that if they were given the word, I would probably be killed. I was barely given a choice to even come back here.
Where even is this room? I doubt we'd easily gain access to it to trap a dangerous enemy.
I think it's in the same building that we were in before. They took me down a few hallways. It's like I said, this feels like a week ago.
I'm simply laying out our options. If madness is coming after me, then I highly doubt a few poorly trained city guards can stop them. We've already seen their inexperience fighting pain.
So do you have to fight pain, or do you just have to outlast him?
I believe I just have to
Or,
live.
I'm sorry, madness.
That is only your first task, Saros.
Well,
So we have
a few days left
yes.
before that becomes a more pressing concern. It's good to know
Really,
our
if you
options.
saw this guy again, could you point him out?
I probably.
I think maybe us at least knowing who he is could be a direction, but maybe it might be worth finding out if he is the Nexus or the room itself, because I do think that if it comes down to it and we don't have a better plan, I like the idea of trying to drag madness into whatever. Either if it's close to that guy, then, well, geez, tough nuggets for him, I guess, but if it's just a room, then...
Very least, even if he's not the Nexus, he knows how it works, how to work it. There may be... I have a suspicion this man is not the Nexus, that there's other high-profile, powerful mages working for the Empire.
I think there most certainly are.
To have a mage of this power is very dangerous.
Like I said, I never tried to leave the room, so I don't know if I was locked in with that field.
The spell locked you in. It probably didn't even need to lock the door.
Well, I mean, I don't know if the field locked me in. I never tried to leave it.
We can mention this to Harding.
Honestly.
The next time we see him, he may be able to give us some insight. He seems to be fairly well learned at what's been going on around town, and at the very least, the Black Sabers should have some idea into the military here and their ways. I'm certain they've probably had a few of their own men locked up.
Who are the Black Sabers?
That's probably a
About
question
this time
you're
that you
better
get
off not knowing.
On the door,
I'll go answer it.
and funny you mention Harding now, because he was planning on coming in. Now, with a hi, the Vaughn wants you off the property. What happened? What did you do?
I'm just gonna step aside and let Leaf talk.
Of course. What happened this time?
Well, I mean, he let me in the room.
What did you try to steal something? Like, I don't understand how they were really, like, they still want your services. They just aren't gonna have you staying here.
I mean, that's ridiculous. I mean, I communed with a book. He was a little flustered by the outcome.
What book are you talking about right now?
I mean,
I'm assuming you weren't close enough to feel that presence.
No, I got called. I'm just a couple streets away. I had
So
a
our
ring
house
sent to
arrest
me.
is over then?
Well, kind of. You've got a meeting later today, and you're going to be assigned to a house, and from there you will be able to move around a bit. But I'm actually a little worried because you're making. The Sabers have for a while thought that there's an artifact that I know Rian wants that is currently. We suspect in the possession of one of the houses here, the Book of the Damned. Is that the book that you got access to?
he never gave me a title, but boy, I think the chances are pretty high based on the content.
So that book is corrupting, you know that, right?
Well, I mean, Hardin, come on. I mean, what am I?
All right. That's fair. The other side to it is that reading of its pages, if you're a arcanist, there is you absorb the knowledge on hellish magic. You gain huge amounts of power, and one of the reasons Rian doesn't want it, for a house here is we don't want them to have that level of power. But also, I think she wants it for herself. She's hoping that being what she is, a tiefling with a little bit of that, fiendish spice to her.
Mages, they're all the same.
Think of it like more like a businesswoman. She needs the leverage, she needs the power, she needs to make sure that she can work where she's going to work without some clerical dickhead, coming down and trying to swing whatever they swing to kick us out of town. And the Vaughn, well, I think you might be talking to Raph later, but sorry, the Dusong later, but he knows more, but I can probably give you a little bit of information. He kind of like looks outside. I was like, he looks at his watch he doesn't have. He kind of looks outside. He's like, there's probably time for you to meet him privately now. I know that he's been assigned as your Desang representative for the meeting, and he's not particularly happy about it, but if you want to meet with him before tonight's meeting, you can, or you can just meet everyone all together. 4 houses are going of the 16, so...
I mean, little cloak and dagger seems to be the way that we do things.
Harding, may I ask you a question?
Yeah, go for it.
We were just talking about this. It's about a specific form of magic that the Atrodalian guards seem to be in possession of. It's...
Specifics, please.
After they were finished questioning me, they put me in a room. And what seemed like an anti-magic field to keep me from pulling anything, I guess, while they were doing whatever they were doing. What should have been hours felt like days. I counted 9 days in that area.
That's left over from a long... Those dungeons are like 8,000 years old. The stone is preserved by the same magic that slows inside, so it doesn't... They've rebuilt the castle on top of it several times, but that lower layer always stays the same. From what I understand, some very old, powerful wizards managed to take a spell and some scrolls and kind of inscribe into the stone something, and I don't really know how it functions. I'm not that knowledgeable here, but yeah, people inside experience time differently. Great for strategic planning. If you got a problem and you go in there, and you can spend weeks talking about it, and only like a day or so passes out here.
No, and I'm assuming if you have a prisoner.
Yeah, well, it keeps, it is good if a skilled prisoner has a time to serve, but we still want to, in our lifetimes, use them. They can serve. They can be in prison for 20 years, and in a couple weeks we can still use what we need from them.
So was that a sentence? What they placed me in?
No, but from what I understand, you weren't really being cooperative, so they tried to dissuade you from being you.
She kind of shakes her head, and she's going to walk to wherever in the room her wolf is.
Okay. Okay, so look, I can get a runner to the Desang house, and we can see if they're ready to receive us, or we can... I could probably get 2 of the guards to come with us, and we can go to where I'm staying. You're meant to be under house arrest, but if you're moving to see another house, we can probably swing that. And if you come to where I'm staying, we're just going to be killing time, have a few drinks and chat. It's up to you. Do you want business, or do you need some time to chill out?
I think we're on a bit of a tight schedule. I believe every minute we have counts.
Fair enough, but don't forget to, recoup a little bit every now and again, or you're just gonna burn out. Sloane, what is happening with you? You've been staring at me deadpan. Hi?
Hello?
Sloane had a bit of an accident, it seems.
Yep, seeing that.
I don't have a hat anymore.
Yeah, see, you say that like it's nothing, and it's really something. So, and he kind of moves forward and just like, do you mind? And like puts his thumb just on the edge of your shirt, just so he can see the hole where your heart should be. Not like, but just, you know, right? You weren't joking.
No, I was telling the truth. I do not have a heart.
He looks to the rest of you. Did no one think to maybe bring that one up when I walked in? Like, yeah, look, shit's been going on, but Sloane's missing a heart.
I'm sorry, do you have a solution to this problem? A spare heart, a way to fight a shadow?
Very long story.
A shadow.
Harding, I'm sorry, but a lot has just happened, one after another. I think we're all just trying to keep up with it ourselves.
But it's quite simple. Sloane has turned into a revenant.
It's not what I call simple.
Well, a vengeful god has bestowed upon her some sort of cursed existence.
Absolutely not what I would call simple.
Yeah, but at least he's describing it instead of giving me vague whatevers. Look, God, curse, revenant. Got it? That has, happened before, but gods aren't meant to interact with the plane. That's kind of rules that they've got. Okay.
Do you remember the sword that Sloane typically carries around with her? Oh,
Yeah.
actually, she has it now. Well, it
Yes, this one.
bears some fragment or avatar of one of said gods beyond the plains, and supposedly she made a promise to it she did not fulfill, and this is what has happened.
I was not fast enough, so it took my heart.
My first theory is that this god is trying to seek influence on this plane of existence to bypass said laws against it.
Hey, Sloane, those types of weapons usually don't like it when you don't, have you been in any fights whatsoever and not used the sword?
No, I think I've always had my sword.
There was no time at all where you didn't have the sword.
Well, when we were brought here, she was separated from it. It was on Yako's ship.
Yes, but I did not fight then.
Did get yourself beat up by that monk.
I also did, perhaps...
That is true.
Now thinking, perhaps, foolishly, given the theories of this, I did banish the creature for a few moments.
Okay, so, you drove it away from its promised, contractee? I don't know. And then you, who are meant to use it, for something else. So the Sabres have a few weapons that we can give out to help certain people achieve certain ends, but you kind of have to really use that weapon because it bonds with you. And you've broken that, and it's decided that it's trying to recoup on its loss. By the sound of it, I'm not entirely sure. This is just my theory.
That would make a certain amount of sense. She did engage in some sparring with a new trainer, I believe. So perhaps that triggered it, since it wasn't it almost immediately after.
Has she never
This
fought
happened
with
the
it?
next day.
Has she never fought without it before?
Not while we've known her.
No, I always have my sword. But it wasn't Pierre, it was me. I ripped out my own heart. That's what it looked like.
But it was after you fought Pierre.
Yes.
Well, I mean, wait. Every time I stop here, it's more research. Run off, read some books.
But you don't like reading.
But
Not
you
as
can
much as I
trade for the
have been.
getting stabbed part.
Yeah, look, I
Love a
don't
book.
know how you guys keep this up. Really, you make friends wherever you go. You that you have like a shadow in your chest now.
Yes.
Are we and have we done any sort of tests to see what that means?
Bit scared to do anything to it. I don't know what. And
We
I
were a
tried to
bit-
just. I tried just to read what kind of magic it was, and the spell didn't work. I'm a bit worried to try and cast anything that may regenerate what was taken for what it might do to her.
Well, we just need to find the shadow. And we need to, well, I need to take my heart back.
We saw the chateau when you picked up your swords, Sloane. It has your heart, but I think that's something only you can deal with. I don't think we really have much. I don't think we have a way of stopping it if it is a part of you.
So then I will take it back when I see it again.
We were tending to Sloane when Leaf stepped away to read the book. So you see, a lot of this has happened in the last few hours.
Okay. Look, I'm gonna need some time to sort of process a lot of this.
Maybe we should all take a bit of time
Yeah.
to process. I know every minute is important, but Sloane just got her heart ripped out. Leaf just did God knows what, and had that effect on all of us. And Saros, you are still heavily injured, and frankly, I don't even think she'd be walking around right now.
All
So
right.
please.
So, are you going to the Desangs? Are you gonna stay here against their wishes, or are you gonna come back to my lodgings? What's happening?
I think it's best that we come back with you.
Okay.
I don't know.
Leaf, you're in charge.
Yeah, Oric would
What's-
look immediately to Leaf.
What's the plan?
And then kind of looking around.
Really is
at
giving him a
everyone.
very concerned mom look.
Yeah, he's he just says, I do think probably what is best for our bodies may not be best for our bodies in the long run. I think we have to take this meeting. We need all the information we can get.
You've all been through hell. You all looked like
Yeah.
you'd been through hell when I saw you the first time, and you've only gotten worse.
Let me tell you, with
I
our
don't
track
feel
record-
anything.
We don't all have to go to the meeting, of course.
That's you're kind of new to these people, and it's nice that you care. It really is, but you're gonna need to just like step up a bit faster, or you're gonna get left behind. If they do apparently have time limits, and they've got a lot of other little things coming up. I will do my best to make sure you're looked after. But if you think it's best to go to the meeting, go to the meeting. It's in a noble house. It'll be comfortable. You'll be looked after there as best as they can. I know you guys have had some run-ins when people have said that, and you've been very unhappy with it, but it's like a meteor falls from the sky and hits a house. You think you're safe and you're not. You can't do anything about it. Some of the things that have been coming for you, you cannot stop.
So what I was going to say is, I think that is exactly why we should go to not your house, Harding, because you have been extremely helpful to us. These other people, I don't know, but the next meteor that hits us, and I'm sure it is going to hit us, we might as well do it with somebody who we're still neutral with, rather than someone who can actually do something for us.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay. I'll send a runner, and I'm gonna get a bottle of wine from the well, not your kitchen. I think two. Okay, Vaughn, I believe, last time I saw him was crying in his office, and he's not paying much attention. So I'll try to get into his kitchen, and I'll be back in like 10 minutes. And we'll have a drink. We'll sit down, and we'll head off to the Desangs. Is that the plan? Everyone happy with that?
Yeah, everyone knows the drill, right? Fill your pockets. Anything that's not nailed down, stick it in a bag.
Yeah,
We'll
there's
move
good
on.
silverware here.
Not sure I'm going to partake in that one.
All right.
I think they won't be
Don't
dead for
expect
enough
part of the cut
reasons.
then.
Well, if you two
Silverware
would
for
like, I
us.
do have a spell that can help us with this. I can take a
I
large
just
sum
don't
and put it
wanna
into a
give
little tiny
them-
pocket dimension.
I know Sloane
just-
can carry a lot. She's pretty strong.
Listen, I just don't want to give them another reason to shut
Well,
me
I
in
used-
that dungeon.
I used to be strong. I don't feel very strong right now.
Okay.
Can I do another just quick once over on Sloane to see if there's anything like maybe a greater restoration might help? Can't
You
really
can
do much harm.
whatever you want, but right now we're gonna go to a break.
Okay.
Everyone starts trying to steal stuff, and you're just following Sloane around like, no, stop, God. I want to help.
Like eventually, I'm just gonna
I-
like try and coax her back.
Tried to hold
like,
things.
Please.
I imagine
Drop
Sloane's
it.
just walking silently with no emotion while Leaf is just putting things in her arms.
And then I eventually drop it because
Like,
I'm
okay,
weak.
then like switches it out for something slightly, like trying to find the exact straw that breaks.
Okay.
A bit.
All right, everyone. We'll be back in 5 to 10 minutes. We're gonna take a quick break. We'll see you soon. Bye bye. Hey guys, and welcome back to the Scales Above here on Roll for Damage. The lovely players are currently heading off to have a meeting with someone, and I am going to run a little poll for the chat on what encounter you want to have happen tonight. I'm not going to tell you what the encounter is going to actually look like, just which sort of enemy they could face. So that's going to start right about now, if I've set this up correctly. Content does not meet guidelines. Are you joking? Why don't
And
you meet
these
guidelines?
encounters are too hard. They can't do either of these at their current level.
Thank
it's
you,
because-
Twitch poll.
It's because I had a word in there they didn't like. So it's one of the Bastard Five or someone from their past coming and seeking revenge. You guys vote. Enjoy that. And we'll see
Yeah, right.
how that goes. Hopefully it comes through. I haven't seen it show up yet. I hope it does.
Coming up on this end, so
If it doesn't, it doesn't. If it does, well,
If it doesn't, you can just make a straw poll, throw it in the chat real quick.
yeah. View results. Here we go. Yeah, nothing's happening. Cool. I'm happy.
You could also have them type their answer and I'll tally it
Yeah,
for you.
cool. Do this for me. One in the chat if you want one of the five to come along. Two in the chat if you want someone who is from the past, whether that's a backstory or a previous session NPC mad at them.
Bob's gonna come back for vengeance.
Yeah, so just throw that in the chat. We'll just take a minute here, just to chill, say hi, whatever. We'll tally that up, and then I'll write it in for the rest of the session. How
I got
about
the tally going.
that? Okay. So, while
everybody
that tally's
from our
going,
past is bad. So I don't know. This is really a lose-lose poll for us.
yeah, that's kind of the point. I'm not gonna tell. Like, you guys might even know who this person is. You'd be like, "Who the fuck is you? Why are you angry with us?"
It's like the dad of someone we killed on accident.
Pretty much,
It's Bob. It's Bob. It's going to be Bob.
He's been
Yes.
lifting the entire time. Like, you left me in dust
Also-
and I'm fucking mad.
That one is running away with the lead. We're at 7 versus 2. So
Okay.
Oh boy.
I think
I think
honestly,
it's
Bob
the one
I
who
think
cooks the creamy brulees, and she's going to be like, "You have not paid for any of these."
I mean we destroyed her town. I mean you destroyed her town. I didn't do anything. I'm really
Oryx destroyed her too.
A building.
We're gonna get back to the session now. It looks like the 2 has the win for now. We'll see how it goes. So, you're outside of the Desong household, with Harding knocking on the door. They said, they're good to meet now. You've only got a little bit of time for the meeting, so you're gonna want to be snappy. Anything you need to know, ask, get done. He's not happy about me asking him to do this because he thinks it's a little underhanded to be sneaking around before the meeting. Look, I know they're kind of sticklers for things, but the Dusang are actually nice people who want to do what they think is honorable. Unfortunately, that does mean that they will stick to the rules a bit too strictly when the rules themselves are broken. The rules are wrong.
Is there anything we should avoid talking about, just in general?
Oh yeah, and then the door opens.
Damn it.
So, Raphael Dusang is standing there in his full uniform, getting ready for the meeting. There's one Sanguinar inside, standing, sort of looking towards you. Still, resplendent in their very shining plate. They have the wings sort of flared out, like it's an obvious statement of don't fuck this up. Hello, Andres. I prayed I never had to see you again, but I was not to be so lucky. I will be fair to you and explain what you need, but I'm not going to try to haggle or win you over here. I know some others would do so, but that is not us. The Dusang are honest, but anyways, what do you need? Come in and tell me why you are here. What has been happening?
Well,
what? Yes.
No need to beat around the bush at all. What do you want? What do you want from us? What's the deal?
And how much are you paying?
That. Oh, okay. I mean, we could have just seen you tonight. 20,000 gold pieces, and to protect the daughter of our house.
All right. Well, tell us a bit about her.
She is 16. I feel like this should be talked about she's young. She is promised to the son of another house. It is a good political time for us to go to them, but others are not so happy that we are tying our favor to that house. So we've already had to fight off one assassination attempt, and we do not want to lose her.
May I ask which house she's been promised to?
Yes, you can do that. I am going to scroll through my notes. She's the eldest son of the Isranir. ISSYNIR.
Thank you.
They're not one of the noble houses here?
No, they are not. Well, they are a noble house of Etrodale, but they are not a noble house that you'll be seeing, tonight. They are a bit smaller. They are a small but powerful house. They control the some of the frozen islands off the coast, and they are very good at stopping the pirates and guaranteeing that the trade comes through. So useful. Rich from the shipping, but not widespread enough to really to have a strong holding ear in Etrolon.
And this assassin that you stopped, did you get any information out of him?
No. He killed my cousin, and then managed to cut his way past to Sanguinar before he was immolated by the third. It's not that he could fight one of them one-on-one, it's that he snuck in and hit them almost blind, like they could not see him. I think he has some ability to blend into shadows or completely become invisible.
Sorry, my audio cut out. Which one of the five are they talking about for this one? Sorry.
So,
Who is the person this is Jalby talking. Who's the person that blends into shadows? My audio died.
Just an assassin.
Okay.
That was killed.
Sorry.
Do you know who sent this assassin?
We are unsure. As part of what we need you to protect her and help. The problem is, the houses are forbidden from outright war. If we go down that route, the Emperor... You don't want to see him angry, it's not going to be good for anyone. So what we need you to do is come in and protect her and really carefully investigate and see what you can find out.
I'm assuming there was nothing left of the assassin when he was
Not really.
taken down.
You've never seen a Sanguinari full fury.
Why can't your sanguinaris protect her?
Sanguinars are very good at war, not so good at subtle things, and that is what they're built for.
I could only imagine that it was a similar situation. I could only imagine it was a similar situation to what happened to you, Cyrus. Those who are good at sneaking around probably have their ways of bypassing them.
This is an awful lot that will likely be discussed tonight. I'm more interested in what you think of the other houses. And what you know about their offers.
Tell you a little bit. Sorry, the music keeps stopping and starting. It's really like doing my head in.
It also keeps coming in really loud.
Yeah, it should be fixed now. We will see. So back to the plot. I know a little bit about the Umber Hearts. At one point, a large portion of them turned traitor, and there was a small in-house war. The traitors lost and fled. Unfortunately, we think that they joined the demons of Yakelheim, and they are... Do you know much about how each house was formed and risen up?
Don't believe so.
Okay, well, each house owes its legion, its main fighting force, not the militia at arms, not the soldiery, but like our Sangana, to a warrior that was tasked to steal power from a creature from another plane. Somehow the Emperor, the Lord Rosenred, managed to combine the power that was taken and to multiply it out, to give it to new soldiers. Occasionally expeditions are sent out to collect more, and we are strictly forbidden from finding any extra. It's the same creature we must find. Not many will admit it amongst the houses, but we are really just one step away from tiefling, with the song more than many others. We have planar blood mixed with us. The Umber Hearts, we are fairly sure, owes their power to something demonic. That does not make them bad or evil at all. But it also means that the traitors that would have won would have been greatly magnified by direct demonic contact.
What is the creature? Is that known?
Not really. Not unless you're tasked with going and finding another, and I am not tasked. Our house, something of blood and fire. Something that is, well, our household is known to try to do the right thing, be noble, we strive for excellence. However, we have been known to fall to bloodlust and excess in combat when fighting against an enemy that refuses to follow the rules of engagement, to not hurt innocents, to give up when they should give up.
Well, that gives us somewhere to a bit more information to start with. This is there anyone that you'd warn us against?
The Van and the Marcius are the biggest houses for a reason. The Marcius they make lots of deals. They are empire builders. They rule very well. But they also they can be a little bit blind to the cause and effect for others around them, as long as they are okay. The Van, on the other hand, are fanatics who push their dogma on others. They run many of the churches and healing houses, but they only heal the faithful. They find ways to legally acquire land of those who do not believe the way they do, and they raise taxes and tariffs to squeeze people out of their homes, buying the land for nothing and then changing laws so that they do not have to pay their own taxes and tariffs. If there's anyone I would warn you against, it would be them.
Can't speak for the rest, but I can't say I'd be very eager to be a part of a house that claims to be healers, but yet license that off to only those who they deem worthy. That's disgusting.
I think I can speak pretty openly that we are all a little less than impressed with the Vaughn's handiwork so far, but then again, this city hasn't really shown us much to be impressed by.
It is probably about time we got to the meeting, so maybe we head off now, and we really should not arrive together. It would cause a stir that my house would not enjoy.
Of course. Thank you for me
If you
doing
leave
this.
now, I will leave maybe 15 minutes from now, but you should get there soon.
Sounds perfect.
Okay.
Thank you.
He sort of walks you to the door and doesn't really say much as you leave, and he closes it. It's
All
a
right,
5
let's
minute
wait
walk.
around 15 minutes and then head over.
It's about a 5 minute walk away to the house, to where the thing's being held.
I 100% want to arrive at the exact same time as he does.
Question.
Absolutely. This guy dragged us, like he dragged Sloane behind a horse. He locked us up in a tiny little carriage and fed us like a gruel for 7 days, all while being a condescending POS the entire time. Absolutely. Yeah. If I can cause his house a mild inconvenience, I'm 100% doing it out of spite.
I have a question for you, Sarah. Did you ever cover up said cuts and half stitches and...
No, Saros is walking around in like a pair of silk pants and probably just like bandages on his top right now.
It's like he's in a hospital gown wandering around the city.
yeah. I'm imagining like big like hammer pants sort of thing, like big silky comfy hammer pants that don't hurt too much because everything is painful. And then probably a bunch of bandages just like wrapped around his chest.
So
he knows he looks like a ghoul, so he's just kind of owning it at this point.
Scare him off.
He's also walking as if he's like in extreme pain, so he might as well just explain it by the look of him.
Can I just confirm that you all want to take that time and arrive at the same time as the Dasang? Or is it just Sarah? So you are doing that? That's the thing you're doing?
I don't
like
opinion.
This guy. Even if his family seems to be the best one so far, like I do not like. I hate Raphael himself.
I don't think I have much of a choice. I think I'm just following them.
Auric would start walking, and if they stopped, he wouldn't notice. Except maybe if Sloane stopped walking.
No,
I don't really know
Sloane
where
is
you're going, though.
Sloane is doing whatever Auric's doing.
Well, do any of us know where we're going?
No, Harding's going to lead you there, and he's like, you know, so when you guys, want you head off now, or
Of
a
course.
few minutes away? Yeah? Okay. And he'll start walking unless anyone stops him.
Well, I mean, Harding, you
Or
must,
starts
surely
walking
you
with him.
must know a good alleyway here we can duck into and pop out in at the right time. I mean,
just looks at
frankly,
you,
he's
why do you,
lowballing us on a price. He's not particularly fond of us, and if we can make it seem as if we've been having talks with them ahead of time, certainly that will cause a stir among the other nobles that we can use to drive a wedge against them and bid up the price.
Yeah, that's not hard. All right, let's do that. And he just takes you down this thing and just like sits there, opens a flask and has a sip, and just like holds it out to anyone that wants a sip. It's like whiskey or something.
Might as well at this point.
If we're going to delay for some reason, does anyone have a very quick idea of what we should do? Or which houses are leading our interest currently?
Obviously, I don't think any of us are eager to go with the van. I think we're all in agreement on that.
Certainly none of them are really
Not a fan
shining
of
out as
fanatics.
beacons.
I don't expect the last one to really curry our favor that much either. My gut right now tells me, as much as I hate to admit it, that the Dusong has the most.
What I'm worried about, though, is that we're tasked with keeping that young lady safe. We have to avoid madness. So,
Yeah.
if we are taking care of this young woman and madness comes and she's a casualty, that's going to get us in a lot of trouble.
I mean, the
That's
best way we
something-
could protect her is to basically stay as far away from her as possible.
These
would
are all
be
things
easy
we can
money.
negotiate after.
Which would leave her open to a possible assassination.
Well, and what of the Umber Hulks? He said there was a civil war, and those who
Demons.
failed became demons or joined the demons, but those who remain praise the Emperor as some sort of divine god himself.
That's what I don't like about
It's
the
also-
deal.
It's also a matter of thinking of what they can offer us beyond gold. We have a task. We have several tasks. The Vaughn have spies throughout. The Marcius efficient at understanding these lands and running them. The Umber Hearts are hunters of monsters. We're hunting creatures, and seems like all we have fated for us is hunting. Umber Hearts might know a thing or two about that.
It's at this
Dusong-
point, right about now, that you see the Dusong heading down. It's Raphael at the front, 2 attendants, 2 Sanguinar, heading down the road, just walking. Everyone's parting before them.
Can I make a perception check to see, like, is there another delegation arriving or near the entrance around the same time that they're showing up?
There are a couple people like outside, and there'll be people inside. You're kind of like, if you put your head out, you're probably in sight of like the front area. They've kind of set it up in this. It's like a big hall next to a training field, and that's where they are setting up this thing. So you can kind of like look out, see it. There's a few people outside. So if you wanted to walk up and throw your arm around Raphael and be like, "Oh, buddy, how's things?" It would definitely cause a stir.
Yeah, less of a throw of the arm around, but definitely like a pat on the back and be like, "Oh, it's good to see you again. It's been too long." Giant obvious wink.
I'm going to roll an idiot check on the two people outside to see if they're like, oh, he's being serious. That's... Yep. All right. So, you do that. You walk up behind, pat him on the back, and he just like shoots you this look of like, are you fucking kidding me? And the two people outside like stop talking, and one's just like whispers they were next to it, and the other one's just nodding, and they're just giving him like death stares. Really angry. Sorry about the mic.
We
really
had to
angry.
take care of a little business on the way, but while things are said and done, are you ready for the meeting?
He just sighs, closes his eyes, and then just like opens them and just walks inside. It's like, I'm not doing this. Straight inside.
And Leaf like runs up next to Saros and kind of like looking over at the people who are whispering, being like, come on, now we're supposed to keep a low profile on all of this, and then shooting another look at the people who are whispering.
Roll
Well, maybe
either a
maybe
performance or a deception check. I don't care which one. Both of you roll.
That way, and maybe we can come back in 2 minutes.
I lean over to Auric as we're walking. I don't understand.
You can roll as well, Saros.
I'll make a performance with my -3, 11. Okay.
That's a critical fail. I got a 15.
I'm just be trailing behind.
Do you
this
want
mess.
to use? You have hero point you can use if you wish.
Oh my god.
Hero points, everyone. By the way, let them re-roll a single dice roll, like in a session usually.
This
if
does
something
seem like the
bad.
point to use one.
I'm gonna do
Embarrassing
it.
these guys.
Oh my god.
I'm using it. All right, that's a
almost a
9, which is a
19.
23.
So because they rolled a 6 against your 11, by the way, Saros, they're just like, oh my god, he's serious. And then you come along and are so confident in your deception, even though it seems so silly. One of them just like immediately just puts his glass down, and then just like that sort of like half walk, half run, as if you've like got something really important you've got to tell someone, but you don't want to make it too obvious that you're trying to get there as fast as possible. Gets inside and just taps on the shoulder and just starts talking to them immediately, and they're all like slowly the entire area starts throwing glances at the Dasong as you walk in.
Oh, I thought we were gonna wait like 3 minutes and then come in.
Well, the front doors are open, you'll be able to see this anyway.
Oh, okay. Guess that makes it even more obvious. Yes, that's exactly what we do. We go into the alleyway, we wait 3 minutes, and then we come back out of the exact same alleyway and enter.
Okay.
I just be trailing behind, head in hand, just absolutely
Really, it's very simple. It's just we're starting a bidding war. If they think we're already purchased ahead of time, the others are going to come at us more aggressively. It's the basics of mercenary work.
I just feel like this is going to come back and not in a good way.
What could possibly go wrong?
Don't ask that. You are cut to ribbons.
Yep, we have talked about that. We have talked about saying those words. You never say those words, especially not before a good meeting like this.
So, you've gone away, you wait 3 minutes. At that time, as you're walking forward this time, the room seems to be a lot brighter, like there's something glowing a little bit. And as you step in, you couldn't see from the doors, but there's like a tiered area with a throne set up and a series of guards, and all the Legion warriors are lined up along the front. And only Leaf has seen this man before, but it's Emperor Rosenrat sitting there. And as you kind of walk in, you'll kind of like look away a little bit, as like it just takes a minute for your eyes to adjust, because he sort of gives off light. You kind of feel like this pulsing wave like hit you in the chest, as like you have to get acclimatized to his presence. And when he talks, as you finally arrive and everyone else is here, his mouth moves, but you don't hear the words so much as feel them, like just rattling through your head and chest. Welcome finally to the last of the people letting you. We will not mix this along. Guzzling. There's a lot to do. Each house will step forward When they are ready, after you've talked to them all, present what they are offering, and you will choose one. I'm going to give you 15 to 20 minutes, talk to all the others, find out what they need. But we do not have much time. There is one here who wishes to, before the bidding, or before the purchase takes place, sort out an old score. Apparently you have annoyed the adventuring guild in Duskfall. The head of it is here. Step out, immortal. And this man steps out, and he is dressed in loose fitting clothes. It's like a sort of like cloak, cape sort of thing, like behind him. And he sort of walks from behind a table, and instead of walking around everyone, he just sort of like floats up and over and just like lands gently on the floor. You will all talk to your people, find out what they're bidding. Choose one of you. The training area out back. Apparently you killed some of my friends. The team meant to come out here and deal with the dragon would have done it much more cleanly and neatly, quickly than you might have. But you killed Gregor, maimed his wife. Then Hexen was sent out, and you wiped out that team as well. So...
cowards, I remember. Ambushed us within a temple.
He, you don't see him move. But all of a sudden, Saros is about 20 feet back from where he was, with a hand around his neck, and he's just lifted full extension up in the air as the man turns and just keeps addressing the rest of you. Make a con save to breathe, Saros.
These guards are really bad at their jobs.
19. I mean, this
yeah, you're gonna pick on the man who's all beat up and covered in wounds. Yeah, you're just as much of a coward, I guess, as the rest of them.
Saros, please! Stop!
So...
Wait a minute, banishment. He can make a save. What am I doing? What am I doing? I got things to do. If I'm gonna get sauce, I'm gonna sauce back.
Yep, fair. As you're casting your banishment, it's gonna get counterspelled from the myriad of people here who are not gonna let you just cast spells in the Emperor's presence.
Oh yeah, but you're gonna let him do this. Okay, that seems great. Yeah, that's
Saros, please.
This place
So he
sucks.
turns to the rest of you. You're a team. Nominate a fighter. Any spells, potions, anything you wish, throw on them. After you've done your talking, you could meet me in the training fields.
Is this to the death?
Do I feel like stopping?
Made your point. Put him down.
Please.
This drops you.
I run over to him, try to help him get up.
I wave you away, and you can see that it's like Saros is having a hard time even getting up off the floor at this point, but he's too prideful to let you help.
She's going to continue to try. Put your ego down. You can't even stand on your own.
I'm fine.
No, you're not. Stop saying you're fine. Nothing about this is fine.
You can help anyone. It is Sloane you need to help right now.
I can't help her. I can help you.
He's walking away, he turns around. Sloane, you fought Gregor. What is wrong with you?
I did. I don't have a heart.
Does that stop you from fighting?
No.
Does it make you any worse at fighting?
No.
Unless anyone's opposed, I'll take her then.
We
Sloane.
will decide.
No, I
It's
can
an awful
fight.
lot of trouble to go through.
Sloane,
On
you
behalf
said
of
you
the
did.
honor of those who tried to kidnap a child, we will make our choice.
He is training you, right? Did he mention the current city champion? I can see you struggling to remember. Well, on the very, very small chance you win, you be champion. And he walks out.
Sloane, you said you didn't feel.
Can't hear you, Sloane. I can see your mouth
You're
moving,
muted,
can't hear
Sloane.
you.
I'm not muted, I'm just talking quietly. I said, I've never been called a champion before. That would be nice.
Sloane, you said you didn't feel at your full strength.
No, but fighting is something I know how to do, and I don't think any of you should go in my place, especially for something that I did.
A bunch of hoity-toity nobles. They ought to have some diamonds among them. We could fix you up a little bit before we go in.
I can do something. If they'll allow me, I can do something.
Or
Really?
you could all do that thing you did before. I think it actually might have been that fight before I went and you tried to make me win.
Oh yeah, we're gonna cheat as much as we can. That's for certain.
Well, actually,
Yeah.
I don't believe it will be cheating this time. He did say to do what we needed to.
That is true.
Relia,
We'll make him regret
you
it.
have you said you wanted to cast Great Restoration and see what you could do kind of during the break. So for the purposes of your physical stats, they are restored, Sloane, but your Echo is not. Your fire
Okay.
levels, apart from the Echo Knight part, that third level, are there. You still have no emotions. You still have no real rage.
Okay. HP back up to what it was.
Yeah. So, Harding sort of walks up like, you guys don't have long. If you want to talk to these people, do it now. The rest of you can cast the spells, and as you get out there. Look, he's really powerful. I didn't know he was. I knew he was the champion, but he tends to work at a duskfall. He can move under his own power. He can fly. He can fight. He can shoot energy beams. I don't know if you can win, but I know he's never killed anyone in a fight like this. But he's killed like whole giant tribes by himself that had rampaged. He's definitely not someone you want to mess around with. So
And we can't
I-
possibly.
I have
Can't
killed before too.
We can't possibly be actually thinking we're going to send her out that and in that condition.
you don't have a choice, really. Let's just get this thing done and not waste any more time talking. Talk to the right people. Find out what you need to find out. Get it done. Leaf.
Yeah, and then kind of like looking over towards the Emperor, just says, let's just get this charade over with so that everyone can crowd out in the back and watch us get the pulp kicked out of us.
So just nods.
And I guess I would start making my way over to the Umber Hearts.
Okay. So, as I just get comfortable. So you move over to the Umber Hearts. And this guy in... They have... They're big warriors. Are sitting there, and they've got a couple up at the front who are standing at attention, but the ones that are meant to be guarding the noble representatives are actually lounging with them. They're like sitting down in the chairs. They have like big lion cloaks. They have very fine filigree along their armor, and it's all been painted like to this matte black. So the filigree stands out very brightly against it. They have, all of them have sort of like crossbows on their back. They tend to have either great sword or great axes, sort of like just resting against them, as opposed to like in sheaths like the rest of the soldiers around the place. And they have, the big crossbow. They also tend to have like a couple little ones, which seem to be able to be like, you can like just snap shoot if they need to. They seem to be more relaxed, less focused warriors. Not the angelic, not the stoic, more just the whatever it takes. But the man you walk up to... Oh, hello. My name is Uther. You are? I've not been told your names, just that I'd be meeting you, and I'm curious. What can you do?
Well, I mean, we're awful good at making friends.
I've definitely not heard that about you. Sense of humor will go a long way. We live in it's a little bleak in the forests and mountains. Sit down, have a drink. I know you haven't got long, but from what I've been told by old Harding here, you've spent a bit of time with the Vaughn and had a quick chat with Raphael, and while that kind of annoyed some of my companions, I'm the head of the house, and what I say goes, and I don't care. We have things to do, monsters to hunt, we keep the land safe. If you don't want to be part of that, I still have to do my job.
Well, I'm happy to hear that. We weren't overly impressed. The ceremony of all of this is a little bit lost on us, see, where we were, captured and thrown in a cart and sort of forced into this whole endeavor. You say you protect the lands, that's great. What would you have us do?
Well, really there's been attacks from Yakelheim coming over the mountains and causing a lot of our warriors to be pulled away from their traditional duties. We tend to have to roam out from place to place and get rid of anything that, causes trouble, problems, take down any monsters that pop their head up. Currently the monster is the Bastard 5. So I kind of just need you to do what you need to do. I will provide help. We have lots of things around the place. However, if we do get word that something is happening, we might need to send you out. Because our warriors are less... he looks across to like a guy who's sitting there, like lounging really far back in his chair, one of these giant dudes in plate armor, as the guy just kind of like lifts the helmet, drinks, and then places it back down. A little less refined than what a lot of the others do. So, occasionally they're sent off to hunt down those which are causing problems in other provinces that the more stick in the mud can't seem to get their grips on. So really, you'll just be not to be demeaning in the term, but errand boys and girls and whatever else. Just if I send you out, do a job, come back. Usually we get paid to do so, and I'll give you a piece of it. But up front, you'll get, for joining us and becoming our servants, 25,000 gold pieces, a chance to hunt monsters.
Are there any
And-
individuals of note that you have taken down?
Are you?
Names?
Have you been over the mountains into Jackalheim? Have you
It's my
spent any
first time.
time near
It's my
Bonnet?
first
No?
time leaving the Crystal Forest, sir.
Then it's going to mean nothing to you.
It's worth a shot.
And I suppose you've heard, you mentioned the 5.
Yes, I have heard of them. What do you
And you're
know?
willing to offer some help in us.
Well, yes. Is any beasts that have found anything that's too that we don't want to waste our line troops against, we tend to send out hunters, which means that we are on good standing with the Coronian Order. We have adepts in their great libraries, and that is probably the greatest repository of knowledge for beasts and dangerous foes. We are the only family in Etredale permitted to use their arcane circles to travel between Sloane and Chiron. So we do offer use of a teleportation circle should you prove yourselves trustworthy.
Well, if you
Calm down,
just
Sean.
give me a moment.
25k seems like it's a little bit low, if you ask me, especially considering what House Vaughn was offering us as well.
Can I step on Saras's foot, please?
Are you saying that kind of intentionally to him,
I'm muttering this to the group in a huddle at a volume loud enough that he can probably perceive it with a not that hard DC perception check.
Let me have a look. He just kind of smiles. He can see you're saying something. He doesn't care enough.
But I really
And
like these
Leaf?
guys. They seem really cool.
Yeah, Leaf leans in immediately to Auric and is just like, listen, I was totally wrong. The 4th option was absolutely 1,000 times better than I absolutely love these guys. I don't know how you all feel, but I don't. This is kind of perfect.
But they actually appreciated our joke, Nobody
They're giving
appreciates
me-
our jokes here. Everybody else sucks.
I think they're giving me the least red flags out of all of these houses. And
In
we're
circles
also,
would be nice.
but then it seems like if we go with them, we'll be able to deal with your problem, Cyrus, without risking breaking any of the promises that we may have to make, and we may even be given aid.
And access to that library has. I can only imagine how Auric feels, but there are things that even I would like to learn in there. I've faced a fair number of beasts in my time. Not to mention, a magic circle that could get us to Chiron could be a easy getaway from this city if things go south.
And
I already
We
know the
could-
spell.
wait, a magic circle that takes us to a different country might be just what we need to outlast madness. Unless he has some sort of ability to do that himself, I don't know. But assuming that he doesn't get around magically,
Well,
But look, we still have to
But
talk
one
to
more
the House
house.
Marcius.
Suppose let's hear him out. I don't think we need to talk to the others again.
we'll have to at least pretend to talk to them for this ceremony.
something we really have to do. We have to give them that acknowledgement.
Again, if we can get more money out of the others by thinking we've already sold out to Dusan, it does benefit us.
We could come
Unless
back
you
and ask
hate
for more
money,
gold.
where at which point I'm happy to take your share of the profits as well.
Well, I'm just gonna pick it back up off your corpse, Saros, after you get smashed by the Bastard 5.
I'm going to need a lot of gold to repair what Saros has done to my spell book, create an extra spell book, and then another extra spell book. So yes, I would like more gold.
I feel like I'm going to need a lot of components to keep you four alive.
I love all your optimism, to be honest. This is great.
We could melt Sloane a new heart. Just pure gold, pump gold right through our veins if we play this right.
I don't think that's how that works.
I have no idea.
That would be interesting.
We need to hear out with the Marcius, and then we can
Agreed.
try to squeeze the other two for more gold, which we can bring back to Umber Hearts, and ask for more gold again.
No, Leaf, I think Ulrich is starting to get a hang of this criminal enterprise thing.
I feel like I'm learning what it's like to talk to me.
Get you places. I just needed to get my muscle memory back.
You might as well go and talk to Marcius. You're just wasting time here, really. Do what you need to do, come back. I honestly don't mind. I have a job to do. Just get up on the stage, pronounce who you want to be with. We'll call it a day. Though don't forget the Immortal wants to fight you. And we'll just see how that ends up. Out of curiosity, how much did the Varn offer you?
I look directly to Leaf.
40.
Okay.
Not for a hard job either.
And he just sort of like turns back and starts drinking. Just like
I don't suppose any of you have a diamond that I can use in case Sloane gets killed.
We'll pick one off of one of these nobles.
I'm already dead, aren't I?
Actual dead. Not walking dead, just actual dead. In the ground dead.
Are you guys talking about that as you walk away? You're still kind of at the table, and that's not the last thing you say.
I think as we're walking away.
I think as we're walking away.
Yeah.
Roll on that 20 to hear. So you'd be like, one thing I should mention. There are laws in Etchdale, and while some of us are a bit loose in our own provinces, in the heart of it, you might have some troubles, since generally we respect the laws of life and death. And I can see something's very wrong with the large woman, but also returning a soul to life is not allowed.
I'm not even going to argue.
He kind of walks up and gets very quiet. He's like, just don't do it here, please. Rules can be bent when you're on the outskirts doing things that others aren't brave enough to do. But don't flaunt the rules in the heart of cities. You're fucking criminals, you know better than that. And he goes and sits back down.
I like this guy now.
Can't hear you, Kieran.
I just said I like this guy a lot.
Yeah.
This is the first time we've ever seen
Going out into the middle of nowhere doing things I'm not supposed to, that's my jam.
the first time the only time we will ever see Auric and Saros agree on something.
Yeah.
I don't know what it says about me. Maybe it's in my past, but the fact that he's so aloof about me and doesn't want me makes me want him to want me. You know what I mean? Is that like
yeah, like he's got pretty much the worst price out of the crew, but
Most benefits.
So,
the most benefits in our favor.
you walk up to the table with Lucius Marcius sitting there, and in Lord of the Rings, the steward of Gondor is like sitting there, like just grossly eating food.
Ugh.
Yeah, he's just
popping cherry tomatoes.
Yeah, he's just sort of sitting there, just looks at you. Hello, I'm Lucius Marcius. I don't really care what you're doing here, just the Bastard Fire are not a problem for me. I live too far north, they will not bother me. They'll probably just fuck around down here and cause problems and whatever. Here's my offer. I give you 100,000 gold pieces. I give you a chartered vessel to anywhere in the world. As long as the bastard 5 are gone, and I'm not asked to keep control of you anymore, that is it. The only thing extra is, I want you to wipe out the heads of us, Van. The father, the son, any cousins, anyone who lives in the house in the city. That's it. I'd make a decision. Go. And he just turns back to eat.
This is the guy we were asked to kill?
Yes.
Please, don't.
I'm not going to kill him.
No, I'm
Frankly, they weren't paying me enough.
Please don't consider his offer. You'd be leaving this country with more crimes on you than you already do. And probably more
to
bounty.
kill House Vaughn. It is tempting.
Yeah, the
Not that
100,000
tempting.
gold is going to do very good for you
In a boat.
when you have hundreds of bounty hunters sent after you and even the Sanguine of Etredale. You weren't able to, didn't seem like any of us were able to escape them before.
Well,
But
I
the
mean,
Marcius would be in control then at that point. If we wipe out House 1, the Marcius would likely...
really, it's
Doom that
Dufan
power
controlling
back.
the Sanguinars, so we just have to deal with the fanatics and the healers.
I think this is a
100,000
terrible
gold
idea.
would help with our endeavors.
This is a terrible idea.
At the very least, it's a lot of gold to tell our friends in the Umber Hearts that we were offered.
But, I mean, I can't imagine anyone's going to be able to match them at the same price.
Well, we may be able to squeeze some more gold out. At least.
Frankly, these seem like the kind of guys that they'd more or less assign us a job with no expectation that we would survive.
There's
Harding
another thing to
approaches
think about.
and he just taps you on the shoulders. Say Leaf and Auric's like, it's time. And you can actually see people starting to filter out to outside. Like, I think the fight's gonna start, or you're gonna get dragged out and beaten altogether. Who have you nominated to fight him?
Me.
We didn't nominate anybody, he nominated her.
Well,
Well, I am going, and we've decided.
Before you do, I found what I was going to cast and then I lost it. 1 second. Sorry. Where the fuck? My spell list is too big.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast a bunch
Oh, I
of
don't
spells.
have them. I don't have that spell, I don't think. There's a quick.
Should I run the risk of blowing up the room to cast a spell?
you can do it all outside.
Please.
I guess before we start fighting, Leaf would just kind of look at everyone and be like, I mean, I feel like we didn't come here to be assassins. I think the ones who are going to help us the most, because all that money is worth nothing if we are dead.
There's more money to be made in the jobs offered.
Hold on. What is this?
Beyond just the 25,000 gold pieces, they will pay us portions of the monsters we hunt. May not
Be a nice
meet
change of
100,000, but a steady income is something we have not had. I need very nice paper.
I've never been one to assassinate for money. I mean, the money comes from the robbing, but
None of them are going to stop us from robbing.
I potentially have something I can put on Sloane that will at least keep her from getting us hurt. And make it easier to reattach if she loses any more body parts.
I will accept anything you have.
Nova, your nut mic is either muted or you're not talking loud enough.
Yeah, probably shouldn't talk loud enough. Yep. So keep going, accept whatever it is.
Regenerate. Lasts an hour. You continuously heal for that hour. believe I have to stay at a certain level of concentration, but I'm not in this fight, so I should be able to, no problem.
Suppose we should go outside to prepare, Sloane, for this fight.
Yes.
So I'll go up there and just accept the Umber Heart then. Is that right?
Yeah,
We
you
got
can do that
some-
now to the Emperor and he'll count it, but she still has to go fight right now.
Oh, but we can come back and tell the Emperor after?
Yeah, you can either do it, you can either tell him right now, or you can wait till after the fight.
Oh well, let's wait until after the fight. Who knows what?
Oh,
will happen
yeah, I
between
thought
now and
we
then.
had to do this first. Yeah, Leaf had a misunderstanding.
All right, activating the training ground, so hopefully screen capture gets moved across as well, and we'll move to the
Yeah.
since we've had the combat map up. I'll get you to zoom in a little bit on that arena there, where all the players are standing right next to it. Ooh.
Excellent.
It's not showing. All right, just 1 second while the tech gets it all sorted out. Until then, until we get to that point, here's what we're gonna do. What do you guys think are the chances of Sloane actually getting this fight won?
Slim.
50-50?
Slim, yeah.
25% chance.
Still can't
Thanks,
see
guys.
Okay,
screen
listen.
there, Josh.
Listen, Sloane, if you were still like, having a heart, you would have kicked this guy's ass, absolutely. But
I'm just gonna show all of you.
What do you reckon, chat? What do you reckon? Do you think they have a chance of winning this? Just set up a new display capture if you can. Just get it capped.
I mean, we're going to cheat, right?
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Josh.
You're gonna
That's
anything.
Just zoom in just a touch, so it's a bit more centered on the square if you could. That's really good so far.
Absolutely.
Everyone, thank Josh for being a great tech. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Josh.
1 minute before we go live, and then having to do it in the middle of the session is really great. Thank you. Miracles happen. Yes.
Got a hero point too, Sloane.
It's
Yeah.
good to know. Yes, I do.
Saying she might be in trouble. All right.
Well, I have. There is one thing I want to do. One very quick thing I want to do before we start. But continue.
Okay. If you guys want to lay down spells on her, I want you to write them into our Zoom chat or Discord chat, so all in the one place so we can see it, so I can reference them really quickly, and she can add them to her sheet. I want you to say them out loud for the chat so everyone can hear it. As he sits there and he talks to two people, and you can see one cast a spell on him, one hands him a vial, and he drinks from it. And he just sits there and rolls his shoulders.
Oh, Sloane, remember that potion you have? I think you have a potion.
Is it a healing potion?
No. Oh, no.
I don't know where you got this, but I saw it in your.
I
character
don't
sheet the
either.
other day.
But yes, I'm 100% going to drink it.
I have forgotten what it is. Could you please tell me?
It is the potion of invulnerability.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
No.
Oh yes. This is my liquid rage.
Okay.
Do you want a potion of healing as well?
Sure. I mean,
Yeah,
it couldn't hurt
potion
to
of
help.
greater healing. I'll give you that too.
And,
Oh my goodness, there's so many things. Okay.
for the next hour, you're just going to be really hard to hurt.
Guys, just gonna see exactly for 1 minute you gain resistance to all damage. That's what it does.
So
Nice.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna incorporate that into the little thing I want to do before we start. Okay, so regenerate just means I'm going to heal, right?
Yeah, you gain 48 plus 15 hit points every round.
Excellent. And
4D.
remind me what.
Okay.
My God, haste and gift of alacrity. What is gift of alacrity?
Yeah, so I'm going to cast Gift of Alacrity. That's just going to give you a boost to your initiative for this. It's going to give you an extra D8 to your initiative.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
I can't cast Fortune's Favor anymore because I need to go buy some pearls to do that. Another reason why I need a lot of gold because that is expensive.
So I misread my spell. You get 1 hit point every round and heal 48 plus 15. That's my bad. Still giving it to you.
Yeah, because you heal some initially, and then you heal 1 per.
Yeah, no, that was my dyslexia coming in, mixing words. My apologies.
This guy can fly, right?
He sure can.
What do you guys think? Should I cast fly or haste?
I mean, haste gives me more attacks, right?
Haste, I would say.
Yeah.
Stick with haste. It also gives you 2 AC. True. Yeah, if he's going to have to beat the crap out of her, he's going to have to come down. Well, he can shoot lasers, can he?
Do we know this guy?
You do not. They did.
Harding just told us some
lasers.
things.
Yeah, did say.
Okay. All right, so haste.
I'm just quickly, while you guys are setting up, I'm also making sure everything on mine is set up, so I'm not rolling kind of weird.
Should I stick with haste?
I like haste.
I'm giving you protection from poison, protection from evil and good. So if he is not a human, he's going to basically roll at disadvantage. Like if he's like a celestial, a fiend, a fae, or anything like that. And
Someone explained to me how.
also death ward. So the first time you drop to 0 HP, you're going to bounce back.
Okay, it bounced back to what?
A 1.
Is it 1 to 1? Cool.
Yeah, you got 1 shot.
Yeah.
Unity. All right, so everything has been cast. You
And
step
I'm just-
into the ring.
I don't emote at all when all of that's being cast. Blank expression.
He is currently hovering about 150 feet above the ring, just watching down, and he just
That's
sort
cool.
of floats down and lands in his corner.
Okay.
You are going to have to roll initiative.
Okay.
Nova, do I have to roll an Arcana for a big boom, that haste cast?
Oh yeah, you will.
I just want to make sure that I hand in all the homework.
After what happened to Sloane, everyone's like, we will do exactly what the DM has outlined.
Please tell me.
I've only cast haste once before, so it's still probably got a pretty high DC
Come
on
on.
this.
Nice.
33.
Goes off without a hitch. Quickly, Nia, Relia, Shelby, Wystle, you.
What?
You're like, can I just ask? And everyone kept talking, then you asked again. So what do you need to know?
I was going through my spells. I thought I was going to do something else because apparently regeneration is not concentration, which is weird. But I don't have anything else prepared.
Okay.
So, because I don't think we have enough time to Heroes Feast this and give her all those buffs.
Right. So,
Real quick before Sloane goes out there, I think Auric is just kind of going to wait for everyone to cast their spells and then is going to cast his last on her. You'd step up awkwardly, kind of his eyes dart to what he can see of the black hole in her chest and back up. You're still in there, Sloane. Be careful out there. And then his eye would glow, because now his focus is there, as the lines of ethereal magic would swoop into you, and you'd get a huge caffeine rush with haste hitting you right.
Excellent.
Right hard.
can you make a charisma check of your choice at advantage against Sloane for me?
Sure.
Nova, I've
check
got a
of mine.
question.
Do I make one too?
Oh, they're all the same. Advantage, you said?
Yep.
2 18s.
Double 18s.
For a 22.
Nice.
Nice. Okay. The chance of you failing this are very, very small. Make a wisdom check for me, Sloane. Okay.
6.
That's still a pass. You had to roll less than a 3, so you just feel this quick like, but like it's distant. Like, you felt the heartbeat, but it came almost from someone somewhere else. But you just get this quick little rush of warmth and affection and love for Auric, who's always looked out for you. And then it just sort of settles again to that null feeling.
So, Auric, you'll see her smile at you for the first time since all this happened. And then very quickly it goes away. And then she'll turn around and step in. I would like to chug my potion before.
And
Or
roll
go back away like a sad dad.
initiative.
Oh,
I have a question.
That was
Nova.
me. It's meant to roll at advantage, so that's good. Don't know why I didn't do it.
all right, initiative. Here we go.
Why is it so slow? Oh well. I'll just take the 6. Alright. Let me get some music cranking. And then you can ask the question.
Nova,
Yes.
I have a question.
You might get an answer. Yes.
When my totem is up, when my my beast totem is up, is it visible?
Yes.
They said we could use whatever magic we wanted.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to send my Wolfie to go put an aura up to give Sloane some help. And I'm thinking, we're gonna do.
Perk a healing spirit directly on top of her for the entire fight.
Okay.
Well, okay. The shaman has extra ones. All right.
Alright.
So
you've got in real life 15 seconds because we're getting towards the end of this.
I'm
and
thinking
we've
I'm
been
gonna
waiting.
do the. I think I'm gonna throw the panther down.
Yep.
And
Read out what it does to everyone.
Yes. The panther spirit is a fast and agile creature that lends its gift to your allies. All allies within the aura gain 10 feet of movement and can spend a bonus action to ignore the first attack of opportunity against them in a turn.
There you go. So
She
you
has
can ignore
long
the first
strider.
attack of up and you get extra movement. Alright. So let me just double check this. You've got long strider for 10 feet extra. You're already a barbarian, so I think you move 50 feet a turn anyway, so it goes to 60. Haste doubles your movement out to 120. You have an extra action which can dash, which means you can move up to 240. If we're going to add on the extra 10 feet of movement from Panther, that'll then go back to 120, 130, 260 if you use your action to dash. Otherwise, you are at 130 feet.
You're fast. So fast.
You also get 2 more AC from haste.
Yep, I got that.
Right.
I updated
What did you
that
roll
on
for
my
your
sheet.
initiative?
22.
Did you add the 1d8?
I did.
Okay, cool. And he rolled a natural 1. So he kind of sits there, rolls his
Excellent.
shoulders as you run forward. And to all of you, she just seems like she just streaks across the battlefield. What do you want to do?
I forgot to do the cool thing I wanted to do. So I chugged my potion, and then I, having felt that heartbeat, I kind of look in the direction of where it came from, and I just say, quietly gripping my Kopesh, I just say quietly, I accept it. And then I will run.
Okay. Nothing happens yet. But go
yep.
forward. You can quite easily cover that distance. There is not a problem for you to move that fast.
Whoops. Right on top. Okay,
He's
cool.
rolling his shoulders, and as he opens his eyes, you're just like there.
I'm right there. Yep. All right, let's do some attacking. I'm gonna go with the great axe.
Yep.
Roll. There we go. Attack. Oh, 13.
That misses. Next one.
Okay.
You,
do it
if you
again.
choose to make an attack with your haste, that means you make 3 attacks a turn, and I'm happy just to roll them all out straight away.
Cool.
So just to speed it up a bit.
Cool. All right. That is a 24.
It hits.
And the last one is a 13 again. So just that. Yep. All right. So I do. Hell yeah. 16 points of slashing damage.
Okay, so you come running in, and as he opens his eyes, this blade is hitting him. He just rolls his head back away from it, and you reverse the blade and turn it, and the flat just claps him across the top of the temple. And as you do that, you kind of raise it up and swing down, and he sidesteps as it slams into the ground. Taking a total of 8 points of damage. All right. And why did your initiative not be added? Oh well.
It's because I did it wrong.
That's right. If you want to do it again, you'll be just on top anyway. But it's his turn. So he sits there and he just shapes up, throws out 2 very quick punches at you. Thank you, dice rolls. So let's just go to here.
Pop, pop.
Oh. Why are you not? No, stop. Sorry, guys. It's just decided to be a pain in the ass. Hello? There we go. Alright, to hit. Does 30 hit you? I assume it does.
Yep.
Cool. And then 21 points of damage is just straight out at you.
Okay. Would that be 10 or 11 points?
Round down to 10.
Okay.
Straight jab comes out, hits you in the chin, and as you kind of get rocked back, this big hook comes in. Oops, that's the roll to damage. This is the roll to hit, though. So 28 to hit, doing 23 points of damage. As you kind of stumble back, it just clocks you across the cheek and rocks you to the side. And you're going to have to make a Constitution save.
No problem.
That-
24.
That'll do. And then he's going to fly up 20 feet.
I get an attack of opportunity.
Go for it.
Oh, fuck him up, Sloane. Come on.
You guys can cheer from the sidelines.
Natural 20
Yeah, that hits.
for 29.
That's why you cheer for your friends, guys.
Nice.
Any dice.
30 points of slashing damage.
30 points of slashing damage. Alright, so he takes 15 points of damage for that. So, as he goes to fly, you like rake the blade across his chest, tearing the shirt, and like leaving a score across him. And he raises up, he just points a hand towards you, and these 2 like quick beams of light just out of his hand and just sear down at you. They will just use this though. Doing 29 to hit and 24 to hit. They both hit?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
To do 22 points of, and I'm just radiant damage, and then 23 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
He's in the air and he just sort of smiles down at you. He's just like hovering there, you know, the cape's like caught in the wind, just looking down angrily, hand out, so like a bit of smoke kind of coming off the hand where this burning beam came out. It's your turn.
Don't forget you regain 1 hit point every turn, Sloane.
Thank you. How high? Woo. How high up is he right now?
20 feet. You can jump probably.
I was gonna say, can I jump with all of my movement? Attempt to swipe at him.
Standing.
Is there like a rock or something that I could take a running start off of and just like springboard off?
Kind of like a flat surface for this like fighting pit.
Okay,
so you can,
right.
but you can like just like you know, have the weapon jump up, and it's like you'll kind of probably get him across the abdomen, given the size of your weapon, your height, and your potential leap. You'd be pretty good.
Okay. All right, so here we go. 3 times. First one is a 27.
That'll hit.
Second one is a Natural 1.
Okay.
And
so,
the third one
yep.
is 27. 2 will hit.
Okay. So you jump up and you hit him once, and as you're falling, he catches the blade and like lifts you into the air, and you manage to put your feet against his chest, kick off him, and as you're like leaping back, slash out, and you kind of like land on your back and roll to your feet. It's like sliding a little bit. He sort of looks down at you, cricks his neck, and holds his hands above his head, and this little radiant ball appears. He just like grows it wider and wider, and then just throws it down at the ground.
Oh boy.
He's doing a total of... And you should make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Sloane even roll her damage for her 2 attacks?
Yeah, she can do it. She can do it. I'm just saying this is what's going to happen. Just roll your damage.
Okay.
If you hit, just roll your damage immediately.
Yep. Nice. So 12 plus 8, so 24 points
24.
of slashing damage. Yep. And you said con save?
Yep.
That natural 1 for an 11.
Okay. Cool. You take 8d6. So let me just do this one.
Oh, that's
Take
a lot.
26 points
That's
of
not
radiant
bad.
damage
That's
as this just like burning sphere hits the ground and like just sears the ground into glass. With you just kind of standing in the middle. You've got resistance to some damage, so you kind of stand there's like smoke curling off you. And there's this sonic boom, because I took the time to measure how fast this is, as he breaks the sound barrier and dashes towards you. And just lands as this like flares leaving, you just see this man coming at you, fist straight at you. So here we go. 18. 32 to hit.
Yeah. That'll do
right.
it.
He's currently moving in excess of 1,000 feet per second. And he's going to hit you pretty hard. I'm going to do con save on you, strength save on him for extra damage. And then also it's going to be counted as like a big push attack.
Okay. So you need a con save for me.
Yes, and I need to not break my own arm as I do this.
That would be preferred.
Fuck. 14.
All right. You fail, he passes.
Yeah, well. Uh-oh.
As it hits you, and given your angle and where he's come down, it's going to do a standard bit. So you take 20 points of bludgeoning damage, and then as I do the quick maths, he's taking half and you're taking the full amount of damage here.
Oh.
32 points of damage. So that would be halved to still bludgeoning on you.
Yep.
So it goes down to 16, and he takes 8. Make a strength save to not be launched back too far.
Me the bear.
23.
Okay. You kind of slide back 10 feet
Okay.
and manage, like, you know, you just like, as you get hit, you go flying back, you slam your sword into the ground, and like it just claws through the ground and you stop.
Yeah.
And he just sort of like looks at you like, maybe this would be more interesting than I thought. And for the first time, you see him like seriously shape up in front of you.
Yeah, I've still been like pretty expressionless this whole time, despite all this damage and everything.
Okay.
All right.
It is your turn.
All right. Well, I'm going to move back those 10 feet and keep going. All right. That is going to be 14.
Doesn't hit.
Okay. That is next one is going to be 21.
Doesn't hit.
And the last one 16.
Okay.
Miss.
So
Don't
you
forget your 1 hit point.
Thank you.
you slash in with the first attack, and he sidesteps, and then you kind of like rip the blade out the ground and throw dirt in his face, and instead of like avoiding the blow, he just slams his hand down on the top of the blade, forcing your attack low, and then he jumps over the last one. He's going to, in his turn now, I should really be using this end turn button. Did it work? It worked. He's going to sit there, and he's just going to throw this barrage of punches at you really, really fast. So he's going to make 5 punches. Here we go. 1. So that's going to hit. I think a natural 1 will miss. What's your AC at, just for
20.
Okay, now we know.
So they all hit so far. Ugh.
That's 4, 5.
Yeah.
Okay,
All
so
5.
this is his attack, extra attack, spending a key point to do flurry of blows, and his hasted action to just 1-2 to your abdomen, and as you kind of bend forward, there's a quick uppercut, and then it's just an elbow, and then he just like palm of his hand into the center of your chest, like knocking the wind out of you as you take a step back.
Ugh. Right into my black hole.
Yeah, I hadn't thought of that. Whoa. All right, so we'll just add the total up and halve it, right? So far it's 19. Someone get a calculator. 19.
Yeah, I'll
So
calculate
it's
it.
39 so far.
You actually want to half each individual roll. It's way more beneficial for you in the long run.
Fine, do that, whatever you want.
Because every odd number is
Thank
gonna
you.
take 1 extra HP.
All right, so
That
we've
kind of
got
seems like you're gonna need
19,
it.
so 9.
then 10 for the 20 half to 10, then 21 half to 10. Then we've got 19 half to 9, and 17 half to, oh my god, my brain, 8.
8.
Yep.
46.
Okay, so just whack, 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 whack. These like hits come out really, really fast, and you sort of rocked for a second, and it is now your turn.
Can I interrupt?
Can I rage yet?
What would you like to do, Leaf? As like she's like just taking a second to breathe.
Yeah, I see that happen. Leaf has his like hands on his head. He's like looking up at all of these people watching, and then he just looks over at Saros and Auric and Raelia, and he's just like, "What are we doing? There's no fucking honor or rules in any of this.
You're right. I cast Healing Word.
I'm not standing here. I'm not gonna just watch this happen again. Okay? Follow me if you want." And I'm gonna jump in. I'm gonna pull my crossbow and I'm gonna shoot at him.
Yeah, leave
On
gonna
that
follow.
day, Leaf became.
I'm gonna
yeah.
follow after him. He's not going in this alone.
Roll initiative. Anyone who's joining in. Sorry, this one's going over time, but apparently combat.
I think this is worth
extending.
going
I'm not
over
gonna stand
time.
there and just watch this fucking Super Saiyan beat the shit out of me.
Do we need to be added to the initiative tracker?
No, you just
right
have to
click.
roll your initiative.
right click. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Right click
that's
on
right,
your
sorry.
do the
Yeah, no,
still want me-
I'm used to other things.
Should I
Just
roll
get in
my
there.
3 while they're
Let's
coming?
I will say that you're taking these hits and like blood is trickling down your face, your ears ring. You take a deep breath and like you're like, I just need 1 second, and then just twang, just crossbow bolt comes past. You can make a surprise attack because he wasn't prepared for it. I'll allow you to have sneak because he's got someone next to him, and then we'll go back to the top, which will be Auric. So, remembering that if you're joining in and you are concentrating on your spells, you might have those broken. So,
It's not doing anything anyway.
26 hits.
Okay. That And
Many sneak.
that's
All right. for a total of
29.
29.
Excellent.
Halved. All right. So he is not happy with this turn of events. Auric, it is your turn. He looks a bit dazed as the crossbow hits him in the cheek and deflects off the bone, splitting just a little bit, but like tearing a chunk out of his ear. And he just looks over at everyone who's like jumping into the ring with him.
Okay. Oh goodness, all the dice started rolling. I am going to. I'm engaging, but I'm gonna back up. What is this structure behind us? It's just a. Oh, that's just
like
seats.
Seats, yeah. There'd be people in there, but right now it's too hard to populate an entire area with nobles.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to the side and I'm gonna launch. The first thing I'm gonna do is just use an action to cast a ray, or I'm just gonna cast a firebolt, and I'm keep it simple at first. For a dirty 20 to hit.
Misses.
All right. Well. All right. Well, then I'm gonna bonus action healing word. I almost said Scarlet. A bonus action healing word Sloane at second level. Where is it? Sorry,
I believe Rayleigh's action will also end up being a healing word because that's what she called out before. Well, at least bonus action.
Well, if we're rolling initiative, I'm just gonna run in there and fucking heal her. I'm a fast fucking wood elf.
Oh, there it is. Okay, sorry.
Cold City.
I'm gonna cast it at third level.
All right,
actually.
guys, quick.
Yeah, sorry. All right, that's all I'm gonna do. Heal you for 7 points, Scarlet. Oh, and I'll just use the rest of my movement to get behind the stand, and then I'm done.
Okay. That makes it Sloane's turn. Make your attacks. Can't hear you.
Sorry, I muted myself. First one is a 28.
That hits.
Excellent. That is, 16 points of slashing damage.
Nice.
Second one is 21, which I don't think hit.
No, he's going to use his reaction to parry, so as you like swing down, he just pushes the blade aside.
Yeah. Okay, last one. Yeah, no, misses.
All right. He's actually looking a bit rough now with all your friends joining in.
Thank you, friends.
No emotion, Sloane. Thank you.
That was Shannon.
All right, Leaf, it's now your turn as you've reloaded your crossbow. You ready to go?
Yeah, he's gonna take 2 quick shots for a 20 and a 27.
The 20 misses, 27 hits.
Okay, and within 5 feet of Sloane.
Yeah.
So
Sneak
that
attack.
is 11 plus 16, 27
27 total.
piercing damage.
Cool. All
And
right.
then yelling out, just someone put him in the ground already. And I'm going to use my bonus action help to give advantage on the next attack on him.
Nice.
Okay. Rayleigh, it's your turn.
Question: Can my 'cause I don't remember if we nerfed this or not. I'm sorry. Can my wolf still do touch spells?
Yes.
Okay.
As
Sloane,
long as
you
he's
were.
within 30 feet of you, I believe it is. Just check the rule.
I'm pretty sure. Hold on.
It's all right. What spell are you trying to cast? I'll
I was going to hit Sloane's with a Cure Wounds, a very high level Cure Wounds,
Excellent.
like a level 6.
Excellent.
Any spells you now cast, from 11th level, any spells you now cast can be cast from your companion as long as the spirit's within 30 feet from you.
I'm pretty sure, and if I've got to move, I'll get closer. I have 35 feet of movement I can use.
Yep, go nuts, have fun.
Yeah, okay, so Cure Wounds at 6th level. Sloane, you just feel like ethereal boop from the dog.
Boop.
Why did it not roll? What the hell? Hold on. I need to math. How many fucking D6s is this? D8s. 1D8. Is that 7? Is that 7?
Your spell. Roll dice.
Well, it didn't roll the dice, so I'm asking.
If you're rolling at a 6, that would be
Here it goes.
68.
27. Very nice.
2, 3,
Thank
4,
you.
5. There should have been an extra one. It only rolled the 5.
Okay.
Wait, nope. That was it. You're good.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Of course. And I want to use my movement to, I guess, go from here. It's 25, 35. I'll move myself over here because I have to go around. I just want to be right here. And I'm done.
Okay. Yep. Alrighty. That puts it at. I was watching the stream and trying to click it as if it was Foundry, and I'm like, why is it not working?
I got it. I got
Because
you.
you're an idiot. All right, Saros, it's your turn.
Well, this fight hardly seems fair. And I snap my fingers and cast a spell magic at 5th level, targeted on him.
Okay.
Nice.
Targeted on him doesn't
Yeah.
work.
Okay, had to try it.
It seems to like you snap it and there's this like crackle of energy like across a field in front of him.
Fuck.
Low vulnerability, Jesus Christ. Okay.
So he
Very, very unfair. And that's what
it's
you're.
his turn. He's like looks to you. Right. And he flies up 60 feet. Sloane makes attack of opportunity.
I was
It's
just
gonna be-
about to ask.
Right about here before he takes his action.
With advantage.
With advantage. Good. Well, yeah.
Good, 'cause
22
that would've
or 24.
That'll hit. That'll hit.
Yes.
Look how pumped you are, Mike.
In the ground.
I feel like we're all about to be in the ground in a
11.
minute.
11 points of slashing.
All right. Cool. He sits there and just raises a hand. That big ball of energy comes up, and he's going to throw it down so
Is
that
that a spell?
it hits. No.
Okay, cool.
No, it's not.
I was going to temporal shunt him, but only if he attacks or casts
It's
a
a
spell.
20-foot radius, so it's going to be right there, hitting all of you. On the
It counts as
stands.
an attack, wouldn't it?
Is this an attack or is it just a feature?
This is like a Sun Soul Monk thing, I think.
Yep.
Ooh, I
As
don't
an
know.
action, you magically create an orb and hurl it, but it doesn't say that it's a spell. It
If
doesn't
it's a
also have
feature,
like
I don't think temporal shunt
Yeah.
works on it.
So he's going to put it right about there, and fuck all the nobles. I guess they decided to.
Are there nobles in the stands?
Holy
This
shit,
is-
he's going to kill a
How
bunch of
did-
people.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
I don't feel
I,
bad anymore about this then.
Oh, I love this guy.
I'm glad I'm not there.
Can I get Constitution saving throws from everyone under that? And I'm gonna just do like one for the nobles and see if they die.
Probably should have moved.
Oh no.
Me too.
Oh,
I didn't
how
think
many-
he was coming over here.
How many
That's
noble?
nice.
Oh, thank God I got a natural 20.
Thank
I am
God. Oh my god.
Squishy.
Yeah.
My cruel world.
How many nobles just died today that wasn't caused that we didn't kill?
Okay, so you got
Putting you in the ground.
I mean,
Auric, not bad.
Nice. Not bad. It's a natural 20.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Not bad. You did good. Let me just double
Fishy
check.
boy is fine, hopefully.
DC on this.
I'm gonna use my reaction because Leaf's within 30 feet of me. Use my reaction to do Chronal Shift, which will let him re-roll that.
Nice. Come on, Leaf.
Okay.
Hey, nice.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on,
Allow
come on,
me to
come on,
waste
come on,
this
come on.
opportunity.
Yeah.
Oh,
Time
Nice.
Wizard.
all right.
Can we just point out this is the second time that Sean's done this, where he's made us re-roll and made a nat 20 happen.
You all take half this many. So 28, half to 14.
I mean, that's better.
But he sees what you've just done, Auric. And there is a sonic boom as he breaks the sound barrier again and comes straight at you with one of his fists. Coming down at you, so you're not flying back, you're going to bounce.
Damn it! I should have. You wait. Should have saved lead.
So-
I should have saved myself.
That's an attack though. This counts as an
Yeah,
attack.
I just used
now.
my reaction to save lead to help lead.
Oh,
So,
do it now.
as long as this isn't a natural 20, oh, close.
That was pretty damn
33
close.
to hit.
Oh,
Yeah, my 14 AC. Yeah.
All right.
Oric's
And then
only
you
armor
take-
is a thin sheet of
you
leather
take
underneath his cloak.
24 points of damage. And then you
I just
take
hearing the amount of dice he's rolling.
I hate that clicking.
Constitution save for me, please. To not, like, this is to take half damage of a full damage.
Con save? Yeah.
Yeah, the DC is equivalent to the initial damage on the die, so you might need a natural 20.
Well, I'm definitely not gonna.
Yeah, it also means his save is equivalent to that as well, so he's going to struggle
Okay,
a little
okay.
bit. But
I definitely fail.
oh,
you take an additional 46 points of damage.
I am, for the first time in this game, unconscious.
I got you. I'm coming for you.
I
So you
had
just hear
43
this-
hit points left.
You just hear this boom as like, and the ground reverberates as it hits, and just dust goes up. Let me make his save before he continues.
I
Leaf is
rage,
like-
please.
Thanks, Oric.
Where's my Shadow Barrington?
Shadow Barrington is very displeased.
Wherefore art thou?
He takes 46 because he's got resistance to bludgeoning halved down to 23, but he still takes a bunch of damage from his own attack, which is a bit rough for him. So he's at. Oh, he's below half health now.
I got you, Oric. I'm coming for you.
And then with the rest of his flurry, you just hear another boom as he hits the ground again.
2 jet saves.
So it's attack at advantage. So I'm just gonna roll
Sloane, your
twice.
haste is gone as well.
Oh yeah, your haste is gone, Sloane. You're tired. You can't do anything in your next turn. Sorry.
And then he does 19 points of damage. And I believe if you get attacked while unconscious, it's 2 death saving throws. Just gone.
Yep, 2. With a melee attack, it's 2.
Yeah. Sloane, seeing this, I did
Please
tell you
tell me it comes back.
there was only one condition which would make you feel emotions. That's seeing him in like mortal danger, and he just put himself in mortal danger.
Yeah, he did. And he just fucking went down. Did I see that? Yeah. Yeah.
And we'll end the session there.
Oh,
Oh, you bastard!
All right.
My hatred is immeasurable right now.
No, we can't. Unfortunately, everyone's.
Yes, we totally can. None of us have anything to do.
So, everyone, just keep this in your mind. What's happening, and we will see this next week. I hope you enjoyed it.
Sneak.
Guys, I might need 2
Worst.
diamonds next week.
Yep. Thanks for playing. Thanks for coming. I know our tech has to go really soon, so what I want to do is I'm going to get a quick 1-sentence thing from each of you. Favorite moment of the session. Just any. Then I'm just going to go across the zone clock did last time, and then I'm going to do the same thing. Just give us a real quick who you are, where you're from, and then we're going to go. Shelby, quick.
God, I just love seeing Sloane's rage come back because she sees Oric hurt. It's a very sweet thing. I love that.
Okay. Kieran.
All of us just being like, is this guy great? Do we love this guy? We're totally picking this guy that we thought we weren't gonna love.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we got Shannon. No, we don't. We got Sean.
Favorite moment was from you, Nova, taking me, just giving Sloane a little gentle RP moment before she fought, taking that and turning it into something awesome. And now it's even better that this has happened. So good job.
All right. Thank you. Shannon.
I like all of my friends coming to help me.
Yeah, that was
Right.
cool.
That was pretty freaking cool.
Mike.
Yeah, just the do. As much as it's a cliffhanger and I hate it, I also love it.
I know! It's so
right.
good!
Audience, can I please get all of your favorite moments? I want them all in the chat while we go through, and you can point out individuals. You can have multiple favorite moments, but we're going to get them all to do their goodbyes, and we'll see what you said, and then we're going to find someone to raid. So, tell us about yourself and a little about Bards for Bards, Shelby.
Hi, my name is Shelby or Wystle. I'm from the channel Wystle While I Work. It's a channel where I tell stories from my D&D experience and draw whatever fun fantasy stuff comes to mind. I'm one of the organizers and one of the main hosts of Bards for Bards, which is a charity event meant to support performing artists through the pandemic who have been affected through lost jobs, lost gigs, just all the things we can't do during social distancing. We are celebrating the entire month of April with giveaways, one-shots, game nights, and art streams. In fact, our next one-shot is tomorrow night. We have the Cleric crew with being DM'd by Felix from Dingo Doodles. Dingo is also playing, and we have Z-Bash and Puffin Forest also playing. I'm teching. It's going to be a blast. It's an all-cleric party. It's going to be great.
Okay. Agent.
That's going to be a knockout stream. Oh my God. My name is AgentNumberOne. I am a content creator on Twitch and many other places. I stream here on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays on my own Twitch channel. You can also check me out on the Wonders and Blunders podcast, which I'll leave Mike to talk about. And you find me here on Roll for Damage all the time.
Okay, sure.
Hi, everybody. My name is Sean. You can find me on all social medias at Odo_Sean. I am the DM over at Paradise RPG, where we play a long-term campaign. We're in season 2 right now. We have episode 9 tomorrow, or episode 8, 9 tomorrow. It's a fun
3 days on Monday.
I'm dead, or almost dead. And we've got plenty of other programming that Shannon's going to talk about. We've got great events coming up, so go check us out.
Okay. Shannon.
Hi, I am Shannon. I am from Paradise RPG as well. I'm our community manager and our resident rogue, Scarlet. You can find me on all social media at S2E05. We have our flagship show, Advantage in Paradise, on Mondays, not tomorrow, Mondays at 7 p.m. Eastern. We have the Sean and Shannon Power Hour on Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern. We have Relaxing in Paradise on Thursdays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Oh, on Tuesdays, we have Shadows in the Mists from Jasper's Game Day. And next Saturday, April 17th, we have our One Shot in Paradise, our next One Shot in Paradise, DM'd by our very own Stefan. I will be playing, Sean will be producing. We are playing Disaster Hamsters from Plot Hooks with a stellar cast. It's going to be a great time. And yay, this was fantastic. I love this game.
Mike.
Hi, I'm Mike. I'm the DM over at Wonders and Blunders. We're a 5e horror comedy D&D podcast. We're about to hit 100 episodes. There have been portals. There have been a cute little family trying to do their best across the plains. So come check out our 100th episode and follow us into season 2.
All right. And hi, I'm Nova1. I'm the DM here. I've got a bunch of stuff happening on Bards for Bards, so just go check out Bards for Bards. If you want to find out more about the Roll for Damage channel, check out the panels below. Come to our Discord. Good job. Discord. Discord. Follow us on YouTube and stuff. Like, it all helps a whole lot. Your favorite moments, everybody. Apparently was, I like the part where Leaf told Saros he'd loot his corpse after he died. I'm exactly this kind of guy. Thank you. I like that too. I really like Rulia scolding Saros at the meeting. We have to admit the ending is fantastic. I do like Mike's coming off, thanks for the save, Auric, then just mushroom cloud. There's a hashtag Saitamed, which is about right. Anything else that I didn't see? I think that's about it. Yeah. All right. Yeah, we're going to find someone to raid really quick. And as we do our usual sort of like going to end screen, we're going to run a 30-second ad. It super supports the channel if you can stick around through it. So I'll run that and then I'll have the raid going out. So everyone wave goodbye as we transition to our end screen. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.